Okay, so we will go Dan, Switch, Stunty.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Okay, and a 3, and a 2, and a 1. Hello and welcome to 360 Gamercast episode 63 for Tuesday the 16th of March 2021. I'm your host Mark Webb, gamer tag PS on D Steam ID Webby 360G, and joining me on this fine evening is...
It's Sunday evening for me, and I'm here again. It's Cinema Dan.
And Sensei Switch.
I'm not paying for DLC. It's #1 Stuntmaster.
Well, hey! So before we get going, I did promise I would do this. I need to give a shout out to the Patreons. We have 20 at the moment. We did lose 2 this month.
Oh.
So I'm going to read them out in order from who's been subscribing from the longest. So, Wes, Phil, Brian, John, Luke, Sean, Nigel, that's Hogarth, John, Ryan, Strokey McGinger, Jason, Paul, David, Nikki, Sean, Sly Almond, Steffi Business, Craig, Matthew, and Dazpaz. Thank you very much, everybody. Without you guys, there wouldn't be a show this week. So you guys are awesome. Whee!
Thank you.
So yes, it's been a good week for myself and Stunty, isn't it, Stunty?
No? Why? What's happened?
Well, we got some new hardware.
Nah.
What, you got a Swedish pump or something?
Don't know what you're talking about.
Have we got to be quiet? Can other people hear what we're talking about right now, Stunty?
No.
Oh,
No, I know it's right. It's fine.
Oh, I was just trying to be coy because obviously
I have got the door closed.
I didn't know this part of the story.
Yeah.
Pray tell.
Yeah. So
You'll get one-word answers from me on that.
yeah. So I'm gonna tell the story and then Stunty can go. Yep, that's right. So.
Yep.
Well, my story is I'm not happy with shop2.net because I've had a back order with them for over 5 weeks and fuck all on the Xbox Series X. Luckily enough, on Friday I was up very early because my children had woken me up about 5:45, and I looked at my phone, as you do, and I was like, oh, hot stock alert for Series X at Argos. I went on, and there it was. Pick up on Monday. And as you can see, we're recording Sunday to come out on Tuesday. And I was like, oh, cool, that's only a few days away. I'll try and order that. Ordered it, they took the money. I was like, yes, I fucking ordered it. Anyway, to my surprise, yesterday morning, I had a text message from Argos saying it was in the store. So I actually got it on Saturday instead of the Monday. And I was in the store at 8:30 in the morning, and it was really funny because there was a couple of girls behind the tills, and they said to me, "Oh, you're the first one in to pick up your Xbox today." So they said we got a load in this morning, and we were taking bets on how long it was going to take for people to turn up. That was the first one. So
did you wear your hat? Your green Xbox hat?
No, I didn't buy it off games. I didn't get one of those.
Oh.
So. But anyway, I think you saw the hot stock alert as well, didn't you, Stunty, or did you get alerted from me?
No. No, I didn't actually. I didn't see that. I just went on hot stock and I saw it on there.
Yeah.
I just clicked on it. I wasn't really that bothered, to be honest. It was like I'd sort of given up by then.
Yeah.
It was getting to the stage where I just couldn't be asked. And I just went on there and is that the same?
Yeah.
And,
so. So the thing is, right, what's funny is Stunty's missus doesn't know.
It's a bit hard to hide, though, isn't it?
It's what, sorry?
A little bit hard to hide.
No, it's all right, actually, because I've got a cabinet, and there's a middle shelf, so it's gone in there and you can't see it, and it's right at the back.
So how are you going to get around...
What?
In case it turns up, you're just going to keep it hidden forever.
No, he's got it. He picked it up today.
It's done.
No, but you've said you've set it up,
Yeah.
so your missus doesn't know it's there,
No.
and you're just going to hide it forever.
Well, she don't know anyway. I mean, she still thinks I'm running the PS1, to be honest. Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah. The only problem I've got is someone that's 13 is probably going to notice it when she comes in here.
Oh no.
So I might have to bribe her somehow.
Yeah. You know, kids can't keep secrets, though, right?
Yeah.
Mummy, did you know Daddy bought this? Yeah.
I got in the shit. I got in the shit for the PS5.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah, because my daughter was like, "Oh no, Daddy's ball."
Oh, goodness me. Clarky's saying in the chat that he wishes he could do that. Mate, you could do that. Your missus just won't talk to you for a week, and then everything will be fine. In my eyes, that's worth it.
Yeah, she just talked to you via Alexa. There's no difference there, is there?
Yeah, so, I mean...
Well, speaking of that, Alexa's play 80s Wham. Just for Clarky, because that's what happened to him on Friday night.
We should do that at random points in the show. Hey Google, play Baby Shark. Oh, the good times, Yeah, so
back to the console.
Yeah, so back to the console. I mean, I had a few gripes when I first was trying to set it up, but it was pretty simple. I like the fact that you can use your app on your phone to set it up initially, which makes things a little bit easier.
They're both like that. I think the PlayStation was like that.
It was like that when I had my series, not series, my Xbox One X.
Yeah, okay.
Because that's by your phone as well, so
that's good.
it's not a brand new thing. I think it's been recent though.
Okay. So, but the thing is, I have a external 2 terabyte hard drive, which was almost full. So I plugged that into my Series X, and it could only see 6 of my games that were on it, and I was like,
Did you do that before you did all the install?
I just plugged it in. Like the first thing I did was plug it in just to see.
See, I didn't see. I made sure I did all the install.
Yeah.
Then turned the console off. Then plugged it in.
Well, it doesn't matter because most of those games I've never played anyway, so it wasn't the end of the world. And then I thought I'll do the network transfer of everything from the internal one drive to the Series X drive. It took about 8 hours.
No, that's not bad.
That's fucking ages, man.
Could be worse.
But anyway, while the first game I installed was Spiritfarer for my missus and Disney Plus for the kids. So those were running while everything else was installing anyway. So I didn't actually get a chance to check out the Xbox Series X until late in the evening last night. My missus fell asleep putting the kids to bed. So I had the whole evening to myself to check out the Series X, which was quite nice. Yeah, I'm quite impressed with it, actually, to be honest. The loading times are a massive difference. That's the first thing that I noticed. It's just really nice to be able to... So the first game I actually checked out was Wreckfest. And, because, it's my favourite game at the minute, guys, right? And,
you're easily pleased.
I can't believe how because on the One X, the load, it just took so long I was just sitting there going, hurry up. And then on the Series X, it's bang, it's there. It'll go from 10% to 100% on the loading, which is great. Graphically, I haven't noticed much of an upgrade at all. But the one thing I have noticed, which is really good, is the frame rate is smooth the whole time now. So, because what I would notice on the One X while I was playing Wreckfest, I played it quite a lot, is in the campaign there would be quite a lot of slowdown when it got quite busy or there was a lot of crashes going on, etc.
So that wasn't that your internet?
No, on single player. Player.
Oh, right.
Okay.
But with the Series X, it's smooth the whole time. It's brilliant, and that's just really, really nice.
Won't make any difference for the multiplayer because we're getting to games and we'll wait 10 minutes for everyone else to come in and stick on the old consoles.
Yeah. I've checked out. I mean, the thing that So I've checked out Yakuza because that had a Series X update because it's optimized. And I was just thinking, I was playing it a little bit. I literally only played it for about 10 minutes because I just wanted to see what the graphics and stuff like. I was like, obviously the load times are better, but I was just like, I was playing it and I was like, it doesn't really look any different in the old graphics department. Again, it runs smoother in the old frame rate department, but graphically, I was just like, oh, I was kind of expecting a lot more, if that makes sense. It's still a great game and it still looks really, really good anyway, but I was like, it's meant to be optimized. Like, what's going on here? And then I've checked out Monster Hunter. Literally for 10 minutes, which is why I'm not talking about my games played. Mate, it's night and day difference. It is insane. It's nearly on par with the PC version. It's really, really good. Because obviously on the One X you get the three options, right? Resolution, graphics, or frame rate. Whereas on the Series X it's just everything. It just gives you all of that just out the gate. And I noticed it big time because in the hub world,
yeah,
and you're looking at the water wheels moving. When I was looking at them on the One X, like, it would look a bit choppy and a bit grainy, like a bit blurry. On the Series X, it just looks spot on, beautiful, smooth, 60 frames per second. Like, the graphics it looks solid. It just looks pucker. So I'm going to be playing that a lot more now because I'm actually, it looks like it's going to be a really nice experience. So,
nice.
Yeah, I'm really, really happy with that optimization that they've done on Monster Hunter. Actually, Monster Hunter is probably the best upgrade I've seen on the games I've played in the last day or so. So I'll talk about the rest of the games later, but my initial impressions of the Series X are very positive. I mean, it's not... Peebs and Colin were right. It's not groundbreaking or anything like that because you literally turn it on and it's like, am I playing my One X or my Series X? Because everything's the same. Obviously, it pulls your dashboard looks the same because it pulls all your pins over. It pulls everything over, so your home screen looks exactly the same as it did on the One X.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. There isn't much. I mean, I had the S, and there doesn't look much
So
different.
you've actually gone for a bigger upgrade.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, my impressions is it's not as big as I thought it was.
Well, I thought
it looks like two GameCubes, to be honest.
It looks like I had to move a shelf up on my TV stand just to fit the bloody thing in, which was a little bit annoying, but
yeah. I'll be honest, I don't mind it. It looks better than I thought, actually. It looks better than the PS5 because I don't like the PS5. Even though I own PlayStation, but I don't like the PS5. I don't like the way it looks.
Yeah.
I've had a few issues with the PlayStation this week, which I'll talk about in a minute. The first thing I noticed is the Xbox is really quiet.
Yeah.
Really quiet compared to the PlayStation. PlayStation isn't as quiet as that. I haven't put a disc in yet, so I don't know how noisy it is on the disc. Whether I do, I don't know.
Well, I'll put Yakuza in because that's on disc and I didn't hear anything.
Yeah, I don't really have any Xbox. Well, really old ones I do. I don't have any new because I don't really buy anything on the Xbox. It loaded up quick, lovely. The only thing I've noticed is the screen seems darker on the Xbox than it does on the PlayStation.
That's a weird...
Yeah, I've noticed that, and I know Peebs had that issue as well, and he's got an LG as well, the same as me.
Oh, okay.
It just looks... Yeah, I don't know if it's just LG
Have you
TVs.
messed around with the settings on the HDR?
No, I've left... Sorry?
Have you messed around with the HDR settings? Because it could be something to do with that.
No, because... No, well, the HDR is set up for both... I mean, it's set up both on Xbox and PlayStation, so it shouldn't change it different for each console, should it?
Well, you have got settings for each system itself, like the internal settings for
yeah, I did have a look in the settings, and I didn't see. I'm now. It's like now I've just gone to the dashboard. It just looks dark. It doesn't look as bright as the PlayStation's really vibrant, where the Xbox just doesn't seem vibrant. So, as I say, if you go into settings, if I go into settings and then open the settings page, it's then bright. It's just. I'd have a play around. I mean, it is in 4K UHD. It's all of that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd have to have a play around with it, but that was the first thing I noticed. I just thought, it's a bit dark. As in it's, I can't keep turning the bloody brightness up on the Xbox, and then if I switch the other one, I've got to turn it back down again. But what the fucking hell's going on now? It's like the TV's just.
Okay, well, I just want to say one of the things that I'm very impressed with the Series X is the new controller design. They're only minor changes. I mean, I haven't used the share button. The sticks themselves feel a little bit different, but the main thing for me is the textured grips are really, really nice, and the little knobbly texture bits they've put on the triggers. It just makes that little bit of a nice difference for me, that it just feels a bit more of a premium product.
Yeah, I said that a little while ago, didn't I?
I remember you saying, yeah.
I think it's good. I mean, I'm holding one at the moment. I won't tell you what I'm playing, but it's light. It's got enough weight to it. It feels crisp. It feels. I upgraded because originally I had the pad that came by One X, which kind of developed a fault
Very
with.
smooth.
It developed very smooth. It developed a fault with the mic input, so I couldn't talk and party chat. So I got this brand new one, 55 quid, and to be honest, even though you guys have got a Series X now, I mean, I feel like this pad kind of gives me that new feeling, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I've just got longer loading times you have to put up with when we play online.
Yeah, that's fine.
and I don't have the 4K telly, so I'm sitting okay at the moment. Instead, I've got me external hard drive.
Yeah.
I've got a fairly decently powered Xbox. I don't really see the need personally at the moment. I'm not really gagging for the experience you're telling at the moment. I'm going to wait till it calms down a bit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't play my Xbox loads anyway, but I've been wanting to play it a lot more recently because of the addition, obviously, of EA Play, which hasn't come to the PC, and I'll be talking about some of the games I've been playing, which are on EA Play a bit later. I've just been wanting to play them quite bad, and obviously because of our gamer nights as well, it's just nice to have a bit more of a premium option in my eyes anyway. It's the new shiny, right? I like to think I'm playing the best of the best when I've got a system under my TV.
A little while ago, you said you wouldn't get one.
Yeah, I mean, the only reason why that's changed is because, and I think it's been a positive thing, is to try and get the community nights going again and get more engaged with, with people, on a weekly basis, and it's been a really good thing, the gamer nights. I've been really enjoying them. This week's on Wreckfest again was absolutely fantastic. We didn't have as many people join this week as we did last week, but we still had a really good time. Really nice to talk to everybody, and it's just keeping that going every single week. Maybe if we change up the games in a week or two,
Not just yet, because
not just yet.
I've got to get all the DLC cars.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah.
Should
we get on to that?
Yeah. Should we get on to that? That now, what's happened is Webby has cheated.
I have not cheated.
Webby has bought DLC cars so that he's now faster than all.
Yeah. Actually, your car was overtaking me quite a lot, Stunty.
Mine's not a DLC car. Mine is a Mark 1 Escort. That's just normal. It is twitchy as shit, like the original Mark 1 Escorts. And on the straights, I cannot catch you on the straights because it looks like a Skyline. Skyline. That's what it looks like. I've got no way of catching you. The only way I catch you is when you're shit and don't know how to drive.
Well, actually, I have a new favourite car now in that DLC pack, which is the police car, which I've been toying with the last few days. So I expect to see that on the roads on Friday.
Yeah, I also saw a monster car pack as well, which was kind of fun.
Cool.
So expect to be squashed.
Awesome. That's how they make their money.
Well, I think I've got my money's worth out of it so far. All 120 gamer score so far.
Woohoo!
But yeah, it's all fine. It's all good.
Yeah, man.
It's definitely good.
It was so funny because I had a few beers on Friday because it's the first weekend I've had off since we've been doing the Wreckfest gamer nights. So I was like, right, I'm gonna have a few beers, and that just made it even more fun. And I still won loads of races. Just my driving improves when I have beer, so that's going to be the new thing. Yeah, so
Yeah,
that was
so
a
you
lot of
say.
fun. Was Wreckfest? I really enjoyed that. That was good. That was good. Should we get in anything else on the Series X you want to talk about, Stunty, before we move on?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the only thing I was just to say is if you do get one of these new controllers, beware, they don't work. There is a difference with these new controllers to the old ones, as in with the batteries. Because I've got some Venom battery packs that go in the back, and they don't go in the new one.
Oh, the shape is slightly different.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
You can get the battery in, but what happens is it's the actual cover.
Ah, they've changed that.
Yeah,
oh, okay.
Yeah, they've changed the cover slightly because there's me. I put the battery. I thought, oh, right, okay. Well, I can't put the cover on. Why can't I put the cover on? And I realised why, because they've changed it.
See, I wouldn't know because I used the double A's. So
yeah, well, yeah, I just bought these as well, so I'm a bit pissed off actually.
Well, you get a set of Duracells with the console anyway, so
they'll last you 10 years, are they?
So they'll last you about 8 hours, and then you.
See, I've got a original play-in charge kit I've been using for years, even in my old 2013 Xbox One.
Wow, it's still
controller.
going, is it?
And that, and all I got to do with that, I mean, the charge cable's now USB-C, isn't it? So all I do is I just pop the pack in, and it fits fine.
Nice.
And then just charge it with the USB-C cable, and it's job done.
Brilliant.
It's good.
Yeah, nice.
So I'm happy.
No, cool. Otherwise, that's it really. What I was just going to say on that, talking about stories with consoles anyway, my PlayStation I've had to put on its end.
What? What do you mean?
Well, it used to lay down on its belly.
Oh,
I cannot have it. I cannot have it on its belly anymore because it's too fucking noisy.
Oh God!
It's when the disc loads. When the disc loads and when the disc has its on the PlayStation, for some reason I don't know what it's like on the Xbox because I haven't done it with discs. But on the PlayStation, every now and again it will read the disc. It only reads it for about a minute, not even that, while you're playing a game. It's like, I think it's a security reason. It does it to make sure that you're not pirating the game and the code's there or whatever it is. So, but yeah, it's a pain in the arse. So for some reason, my PlayStation makes a fucking noise when the disc drive is running. CD drive is running. So, I've had to put it on its upright end, as in not vertical.
Yeah.
To actually make it quieter. It's still noisy, but it's not as bad as it was when it was laying on its belly. So,
I haven't had that issue myself.
No, I must admit, I do. I mean, I do love my PlayStations, but I must admit the build quality of the PlayStations has got worse and worse. They've just really gone down here. I mean, my PS4 Pro, I mean, that's a piece of shit that's been since I got that. And the PS5 is still, it seems like it's going down the same route. I mean, the only console I think out of the decent from the PlayStation was the PS3, the middle one.
Yeah.
That was probably the best one they ever did. And then they went to the it's like a slim slidey thing that looks like a credit card machine.
Like a Breville toaster mate.
Yeah, they were shit, and ever since then they've just gone downhill with their quality.
Fair enough.
But it's just a pain in the arse. I don't know why it's doing that, but I have known I've found out it is a known issue with the PlayStations for being noisy on the CD drives.
Well, that sucks balls.
But there we go. That's my rant over it. Anyway.
Right, should we get on to some news then?
Yeah.
Rightio. Right. Double check. Right. So my first piece of news is that there are rumours that Outriders is going to be coming to Game Pass on launch day.
Now, is this... Now, me and Dan had a little conversation about this earlier.
Yeah.
Is this because it's going to flop? And is this because people can fly have thought, if we go to Microsoft and get it on Game Pass, we get some instant money.
Instant money, and then what you do, you get people hooks, and then you take it away from Game Pass after a month or two.
Yeah.
So all the hardcore will have to buy it anyway.
Yeah.
Because it is designed, from what I can tell, to be one of those games you put in a lot of hours into.
Yeah.
And you kind of want to hook people into that kind of that IP, that kind of habit. I mean, there was someone in the report, I think Eurogamer reported on it, there's someone who's done over 250 hours on it on the demo already, which is just redonk. If you work,
Yeah,
so I mean, if you were to work that out, I think it's like playing it 17 hours a day, every single day since release.
That's silly.
I know, but
I have noticed some
people
people on my Xbox friends list who've been playing the demo an awful lot.
Yeah.
Really? Oh,
yeah. I actually.
To it and stuff.
Yeah, I actually saw a couple of people on my friends list playing it this week, and I sent them. I joined their party, and I said, "Oh, look, I want to test out the crossplay, because I just want to know how easy it is." And so basically, what you have to do if you want to do crossplay, the host gets a code, so you just give the other person the code, and you can join, and it works really, really well actually. So we did a mission, crossplay co-op. Obviously, I was on my PC. They were on the Xbox, and it worked fine. And we had some fun on it. But I do agree. I mean, I've been enjoying my time I've been playing with Outriders, but I get this feeling that it's not going to be very popular, and
see, I've not seen any hype for it. Only the hype that you produced.
I know, I mean,
you are the one man hype machine.
Yeah, you hyped it, and that was it. I was going to have a look at it, and I'll be honest, I didn't see not one person play it on PlayStation on my friends list.
Oh, I think the demo's been very popular actually.
Yeah, I think it probably has. Maybe it has on Xbox more than PlayStation.
It's been popular everywhere, but I just think that it's going to be
that popular though.
No. I mean, it's not going to get up to the popularity of Division or Destiny, is it?
Well, no, they even put up a thing saying, like, I think it was the other week, like, oh, congratulations, we've had 2 million players play our demo, and I'm like, this is a free demo that anyone can download, and only 2 million. Like, that's not a lot in the scope of like, gaming sales these days.
Yeah.
And I think far less than played the demo are going to buy the game, because I think there's a lot of people that are kind of just sick of those kind of games.
Yeah.
Like the always online shooty thing, and like I said before, they build the game as like, I mean, it's not a live service, but I'm sorry, if your game's always online, it's a live service game.
Yeah.
Because they're always fixing and tweaking stuff at the back end and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like the usual thing. So you'll probably end up with the same things that end up with other live service games. Like, oh, do you really like this weapon? Yeah, we're going to nerf the crap out of it.
Yeah.
Etc. Etc.
Yeah, I mean,
I still haven't cancelled my pre-order for it yet, but I'm pretty much like 90-something sure I'm going to not bother with it.
Yeah.
Do it now.
Yeah, I'd cancel it.
now.
I mean, the thing is, I mean, it says a lot for me personally. I mean, I've enjoyed the demo, but Peebs was saying last week's podcast that he's been playing some of the Division 2 on the Xbox, and I've rinsed it on the PC. Done everything, but I've actually repurchased it on the Xbox now, and I intend on rinsing the whole game on Xbox now with Peebs. That's actually 4-player co-op, whereas Outriders is free, so we've got 2 spots available if people want to join myself and Peebs, if you see us on.
But you got to think, the Division 2 didn't start very well when it came out.
Oh, I mean, everyone's got different opinions on that, but I really enjoyed it when it first came out, to be honest.
But I think it's had a resurgence because, one, it's had, I don't know, I think it has, I don't know, on the Xbox, but I know on the PlayStation it's had a PS5 patch.
It's had the Series X optimization,
so, and I think that's really sort of helped sales.
Yeah, and it's on sale, so I picked it up, the Ultimate Edition with all the DLC, the New York and all that, all the extra skins and all that bollocks for £19. So I thought that was a good price, because that's usually like 80 odd quid, you know. So
but maybe Outriders is thinking, you know, get it out there. We need some money back from this game just in case it does have problems.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want another Anthem, you know.
No.
And you need an install player base as well for a game.
That's right.
I mean, personally, I'm hoping it does come to Game Pass, because then, one, we can check out the full game. Yeah, to see what it's like. I'm really interested to see what the reviews of this are like closer to launch, because it's due out in a couple of weeks now, isn't it? 2 or 3 weeks. It's the end of the month, isn't it?
First week of April.
Yeah. So, I mean, the review copies will be hitting the big, you know, the big review sites and YouTubers and stuff soon.
Yeah,
so.
it seems to me as well that obviously they've been doing a lot of patches and stuff with this demo.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't think that is an early build of the game like most demos are. They are fully giving you access to the first part of the completed.
That was my understanding as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Because
might be
why
right
would
there.
they waste time tweaking a demo and mucking around with stuff if it's not going to be added and sorted like that in the full game when it comes out? And they do say like, oh, all your progress and all the rest of it carry over.
Yeah, I mean that's the main reason why I thought I'd play the demo, because it gives more of an incentive when your progression carries over, because usually I don't bother playing demos like this because I'll just wait for the full game, because I don't have to repeat all that bollocks.
The only issues that has caused in the past is achievements and trophies not popping when you're actually playing the game, because you're already past set points that trophies actually naturally pop.
Oh, okay. Okay. Cool. Okay, shall we go to some more news?
Yeah, man.
Cool. Right. We all know, or most of us know this, but I just thought I'd mention it. 20 new Bethesda games have hit Game Pass this week. Obviously, the Microsoft acquisition of Bethesda fully went through. So now...
See, what was that shit?
What do you mean, that shit?
Because I saw on Twitter the other day, it was like, oh, the Microsoft purchase has been approved by the EU. What the fuck have the EU got to do with two American companies?
So basically, it has to be approved. I mean, it had to be approved in America as well.
Yeah, I don't think it was the EU.
So it was already approved in America, but what the fuck is the EU got to do with
it? It gets sold in.
It's the same with Microsoft, right? I mean, they get sued by the EU every now and again. It's all about anti-competitiveness laws.
I'm not too sure about the EU stand. There's obviously it's not just EU this, EU that. So Brexit hat on. But yeah, I know it's the same with any kind of mass conglomeration or buyout. That it's anti-competition laws. You're right, Webby, but yeah, I don't necessarily think it's just the
it wasn't.
the EU
it was America.
their rattle.
Like the big countries have to approve acquisitions like that because of the laws. But because otherwise we would have monopolies and then they charge whatever they want. So it's actually in the consumer's best interests.
I can't exactly see like a Bethesda purchased by Microsoft as a monopoly in any form.
Well, that's why it's passed, right? So it's fine, but it's just they have to go through the motions. It's just how the laws in certain countries are, right?
You say that, Darren, but if you had say tomorrow Microsoft turned around and said, right, we're buying EA and Ubisoft, then you could say they have got a monopoly then, because there's not many left then, is there really?
No.
So that then could cause it's a bit like Sainsbury's turning around and saying we're going to buy all the Tesco's up, which I mean we've had this before with
Sainsbury's and Asda wanted the merge.
Yeah, that's right, and
they got turned down.
Yeah. So it does happen
and that was UK law, not EU law. So it does happen.
Yeah. But anyway, so that's really, really good. Loads of Bethesda games and a little bit more news with that. I just want to double check if it's on my list. Oh, no, I didn't write it down. But what's been said by Phil Spencer is that all future Bethesda games will only be on platforms with Game Pass. So, no PlayStation anymore for Bethesda games.
Unless Game Pass is coming to PlayStation.
Yeah.
I can't see that.
So the next
stranger things have happened.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. But then I'll be honest. I don't think PlayStation will be around in 10 years anyway.
Oh, they will. Oh, they.
I don't know. They have lit a fire under their fucking cells, and they're just slowly burning to death, and they're just chucking logs on the fire.
They're becoming Sega every day.
Yeah, but we say that
they're going to become a publisher. They'll become a publisher.
Yeah, they won't.
They won't, but because we
PS5s are being fucking sold.
Yeah, I was about to say that, Dan. I mean, we say that, but the normal person who games, who isn't into podcasts and doesn't deep dive into all the news and that, just is like, yeah, I want a PlayStation. because that's all they've ever known. That and that's all they ever will know. That's all their mates get. It's the filthy casuals of the world that buy all the PlayStations. Yeah, so I think they'll be fine. I really do.
Yeah.
No, I'm dubious at the moment because the way Microsoft are pushing at the moment with the Game Pass and the whole Netflix style, which I do see a lot of people don't like it. I must admit, they don't like that way of, okay, yes, you can still buy the game, but the way it's pushed on Game Pass. But there is the other side of it as well, is that everyone, people, I mean, why am I back on it? Because Game Pass, because it's great, it's easy. I don't have to. I can play all these games, and if they're shit, I can just move on to the next one instead of spending money.
Yeah.
But you got to think, if Ubisoft, you were saying, I saw a thing the other day, if Ubisoft games then start to go onto Game Pass, how long have we got before publishers think, well, there's no point selling games, we might as well just put them all on, onto Game Pass. It's a bit like the DVD Blu-ray scenario.
Yeah.
You get certain stuff now that's not released on, on Blu-ray or DVD anymore. Shit, my battery's going to go flat.
Oh.
That's it. So I don't know, and that's why I worry, because PlayStation's strategy is very different from what Xbox are doing.
The way I see it at the moment, we've got a scenario where cloud gaming is coming no matter what, and I think we're going to get to a point where we're going to see the last.
Everything is really shit.
Yeah, and yeah, you're right. But it's everything will be on the cloud. We'll buy one gaming console model, which will do it all for you, or you might buy variations. Like there's different types of TV these days, and that'll be it. You buy subscription. Whether you buy into. I don't know. You'll stream your games on, or you're buying them digitally, and that'll be it. And everyone will know no better. You'll have the whole library out there for you to download and experience when you want. And we're part of the way there already with Game Pass. We are.
And you got to think,
absolutely none of it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But a lot of people. Yeah, but I'll be honest, Darren. A lot of people don't give a fuck. We're the older generation that do. I mean, the amount of arguments of
buying things that you can keep, play whenever you want.
The amount of people I've argued with over stuff. Oh, what do you own it for? Oh, just well, it's like, well, because I want to. If it's not on Netflix, I can watch it when I want to watch it. I haven't got to wait and hope it's on Netflix or something like this, one of these streaming services.
Yeah.
And
it gets taken off.
Yeah, it gets taken off, and it's like
or censored. Lols.
Yeah, or censored. Well, look at here we go. Perfect scenario. 40 Towers is disappearing from Netflix end of March. Yeah. I can guarantee that will never be on there again.
Yeah. It'll be a BritBox. It'll be a BritBox or whatever you call it.
Well, if it even goes on there, you never know. The way things are changing in the world,
It's not entirely politically correct.
But no, I don't know. I've forgotten what we were talking about now.
40 Towers.
Game Pass.
Game Pass, yeah.
Some fucking fictional hotel in fucking Torquay.
Bethesda. Let's talk about... But
just quickly just to say that, you were saying about Microsoft and what they want to do, their plan next is to get it all on the tellies. Every Xbox has...
Well, they're looking at getting... pushing out
like
streaming
Netflix
sticks, right? The sticks, like the Amazon Fire Sticks.
Well, you think, look at Netflix. Netflix, you should just get it on your console. Now it's on your telly, so you don't have to even use your console anymore. So, because you buy a TV now, and your TV's full of apps.
Yep.
So,
and it's also a laggy pile of shit. Because it's connected to the fucking internet, and it just lags out all your menus and stuff. That's what mine does.
Does it? I don't have a problem with Netflix.
Fucking needs a backhand, mate.
Yeah, I use my Xbox for I don't touch any of the apps on my TV. It's just easy on the Xbox.
I always use all the TV. I don't like to be using consoles because, it looks like I'm one of those TV people.
Well, you are.
Like me.
Yeah, I know, Dan. Every time I see you on Xbox, you're never playing a fucking game.
I know, I'm watching the fucking telly, mate. It's my TV box. It's all good.
But anyway...
Matrix was right.
Bethesda.
But yeah, the other thing that's worrying with the Bethesda thing, no, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. Where
it's
they
like
were
a scab, isn't it? You can't let go.
Yeah. Well, where they were saying about it'll be available wherever there's Game Pass. Yeah. Does that mean that you'll only be able to get those games through Game Pass?
What do you mean? What, you can't buy them?
Yeah.
Eventually, that will
Will
happen.
they be Game Pass only, like the Bethesda games?
Oh, that would
They've literally
really...
just said that.
That would piss you off, wouldn't it, Switch?
Well, honestly, like for me personally, I pretty much only care about 2 franchises that Bethesda have. Well, maybe 3, because I don't think we're going to get the Evil Within 3.
Yeah.
But apart from that, it's Elder Scrolls and Fallout.
Yeah.
The last 2 Fallout games for me, Fallout 76 I wasn't interested in, and Fallout 4 was fucking really disappointing. And then even the same with the Elder Scrolls, I don't think they're ever going to top Skyrim. Like, I've got a feeling the next Elder Scrolls game is going to be a massive disappointment.
Well, let's hope it isn't.
It'll probably be, and I mean, we could also talk about how a lot of studios who go over to Microsoft generally put out pish.
Well, like Rare.
For Game Pass.
That's probably the reason why Bethesda sold themselves to Microsoft. Quick,
more
sell
pish.
it now. Because we know this game's fucked.
So technically, I don't think, even if they don't come to PlayStation, I don't think you're going to miss out. Like, I've got the feeling the next Elder Scrolls, when it comes out, I'll probably love it for the first 20, 30, 40 hours, just like I did with Oblivion. And then I'll just come to the realisation, this is fucking awful. Because all the limitations will just go and just start stacking up.
Well, we'll see.
Just like, yeah, we will. I mean, obviously, I want to be proved wrong because just like films and stuff like that, I don't want to watch shit films. I want to watch good films.
Oh, I love watching shit films.
Oh, I know you do, Dan.
I watch so much shit. I fucking love it. But it makes me appreciate the good ones. You know,
Yeah.
it's almost like a
So,
sport.
yeah, I can't say that the gaming industry over the last sort of 6, 7, 8 years hasn't left me jaded, because it fucking has. It disappoints me constantly.
I mean, for me, personally, I think Game Pass has been the best thing to happen to gaming. Just for the pure value proposition, I've played so many awesome games and I haven't had to pay the £50 plus price tag for those games separately. So it's great. So and these Bethesda games have been the icing on the cake this week, because there's a few on there that I've been wanting to play and never bothered buying. So yeah, I'm really happy.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I'd say is, I mean, it's fine for the likes of myself because I'm a multi-gamer, as I say. But it is sad that things do become exclusives. And I know people say, oh, but Sony did it with Spider-Man. Well, yeah, but Sony were working with Insomniac for quite a while. They've done the Ratchet and Clanks, so then they buy them. That's the only difference, I'd say. And then, yes, you could say that, you know, the original Morrowind was on the Xbox. You know,
well, and you look at Final Fantasy 7 Remake, Sony exclusive. Final Fantasy 16, PlayStation exclusive.
Yeah.
So Sony is still doing deals with third parties as well.
Yeah, but what I'm saying though is exclusive forever though. That's the only issue that which I feel sad for people that can't afford to buy all the systems.
Yeah.
You know, that's
why you'd have a choice. Like, it's always funny because you'll always bring up with this whole exclusivity thing between like Xbox and PlayStation, but yet everyone forgets about Nintendo, where pretty much all their games are complete exclusive.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
very true.
And they get a pass. But then if they did put all of their games on other systems, they wouldn't really sell
be any good.
hardware.
They wouldn't sell any systems, would they? If you could play Zelda and Mario on your Xbox, well, why the fuck would you buy a Switch? It's so underpowered, you know?
Oh, did you talk about the Switch last week?
Which one? The new
one?
The new.
Yes, that was in our news last week. Right, anyway, should we move on to more news, because we've gone for 44 minutes and we haven't even finished the news yet.
Good going, guys.
And you got to give it free as well, this bit.
I know, I'm trying to get to the paywall. Right, okay.
For 2 hours, everyone.
Quickly, Stunty Be Happy Rust is coming to consoles in spring.
Well, you say that, but I watched the video at Rust and it didn't look anything like what I played.
No, it's probably changed a hell of a lot.
Was everyone wearing clothes in it?
Yeah, I was really pissed off with that.
Oh, that would be the Sony censorship.
Yeah, no penises for me.
Okay, just swiftly moving on. A new game has been announced that I'm really excited for.
What, one new game for this year?
No, well, it's just been announced. Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. Now,
Yeah, I saw it.
I'm really excited for this because I grew up with the Turtles in the early 90s. And I loved all the old, the old Turtles arcade game. So there's a new 4-player arcade game, Turtles. And it's made by the same team who made Streets of Rage 4, which is even more exciting.
And I think Scott Pilgrim beat them up as well.
Oh, so did both of those? Okay.
Well, I think they're behind them, yeah. I'm quite excited. I mean, I grew up, again, like Webby, but I was a little bit older, but on the Turtles arcade games, shoving in your 10p's.
Yeah.
That, along with the Simpsons arcade game, are some of the best arcade experiences in the early 90s, I'd say.
Yeah.
Great stuff. I mean, there's a few things this thing needs to get right. 4-player online co-op.
Yeah.
And they've got to make sure that the gameplay feels meaty. So we'll see.
Yeah. I mean, it looks awesome, and the thing that I loved about the trailer is it started off with that very 90s cartoon style, right? And then it went into the gameplay, and the gameplay looks, it's that 16-bit styling that we all remember and love, right? So I'm super excited for it. I can't wait. There is no release date for it yet though, which is very annoying. But
take a random guess at the end of the year, somewhere around the end of the year.
Yeah, they can take their time on it as far as I'm concerned. So if they can do what they did with Streets of Rage 4 to Turtles, I'll be more than happy. But I looked at it and I thought, well, that needs a few things. It needs to make sure that, as I said, that when you pick up a controller, it doesn't feel flimsy.
Yeah,
of
course.
It needs to feel like the combat is intuitive and it works. Much like, I think the arcade game only had 2 buttons, which essentially was, jump and attack.
Yeah.
It can't fuck that up. But at the same time, it needs to give a bit more depth.
Yeah.
But yeah, really looking forward to it. Take my money. I'll happily pay 25-30 quid for that.
If it's like Cobra Kai, I'm all over it.
Cobra Kai is awesome, isn't it? Love Cobra Kai.
Isn't it? Yeah, Dan, you shouldn't slate it.
Yeah, well, I wait for GamePass beforehand. I mean, I looked at it and I just thought, fuck it. No, I'm not paying 30 quid for that. No.
Yeah, it's held its price because it must be that good.
Yeah,
wow,
definitely. I agree with Stunty. Right, just very quickly, the director of program management for Xbox has said that there are more unannounced Xbox games arriving this year.
Oh,
yeah. So there's a lot of speculation at the moment.
There's new games coming out, folks. You wouldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get on it.
A little bit of Halo Infinite news came out this week. Apparently it's not open world, which we all thought it would be, but it's going to have dynamic weather and random enemy encounters. And there's a load of other stuff I couldn't be asked to write down because there's loads of gumph, but it's saying that you're not going to control an alien. There's no dual wielding as well. And there's a load more other stuff I wasn't really interested in, but I thought those points were the highlights I wanted to take away from that news. So, yeah. A little bit of Switch news. Apex Legends arrived on the Nintendo Switch, and it has been deemed unplayable by a majority of fans.
Crossplay.
Yeah, it's crossplay, but what they're saying is the frame rate is absolutely garbage and the graphics are dog shit.
So. Is that a quote?
Yes, that's a quote from Reddit.
I saw some footage of it. It essentially, I mean, I'm not sure what people were expecting here. If I'm being honest, it's. I mean, I was going to have a look at it. I was going to download it, and I realised it was 18 gig, which is a stupid amount for a Switch game, considering the onboard memory of a Switch console is about 20 gig anyway. And then you have to top it up. Was it 20 gig? It's not much. And then you have to top it up with SD cards, which doesn't really mean you have a lot of space to play with. So
Oh, it looks
It's-
awful. Oh, I feel sick.
Are they playing it in docked mode or handheld?
I think
Like,
this must be docked if it's being
Yeah.
recorded, but apparently handheld mode is even worse.
I mean, it essentially. I mean, yeah, this is the thing. I'm not going to play it because I have access to it on Xbox and PlayStation, and I haven't played those. So what's the point? I was going to test it out, much like I tested out the free trial of Overwatch on Nintendo. And when you try to cram that kind of game onto that kind of console, they can get it running, but it's it depends whether or not you want to play with a slower frames per second or
the Switch desperately needs that upgrade. It really does.
Well, yeah, this is it. I mean, it might come into its element. I mean, this is what will happen. Hopefully, with the Switch Pro, you'll get some more onboard memory off the bat. You'll get a better higher screen, resolution.
It'll extend the console's lifespan as well.
Exactly.
For probably another 4 or 5 years.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's a very successful system.
Yeah. I mean, there'll be enough people playing, I guess, Apex Legends on Switch still.
Well, it's cross-play, so
exactly.
they're going to find lobbies, aren't they?
If anyone becomes a master at the game on the Switch, fair play to them, because they will be severely disadvantaged.
Yeah, big time. Fucking hell. Right, so that was that little piece of news. And the last piece of news I've got is the Xbox. There's lots of Xbox news this week. There's going to be an update to the web browser on the Xbox very soon with a new browser. And because of this update, you're going to be able to stream Stadia and GeForce Now through the browser on your Xbox.
Lols.
So I just thought that was quite interesting. Why the hell would you even want to... I mean, why would you want Stadia in the fucking first place? And then why would you stream it through your Xbox? Weird. And then the Nvidia thing, it streams your PC games through your Xbox. So I can kind of see some value in that. But again, if you've got your Xbox in there, just fucking play that. But yeah, it's a cool option.
Browsers don't belong on consoles.
Yeah, but you know what people use them for, right?
Oh, I do, yeah. But you've got mobile phones.
Shopping.
You've got mobile phones for that shit.
Oh, the screen's too small, mate. You want your whole vision taken up, Yeah. Hello.
No.
Yeah, no, we're just humouring you.
Okay. Right. That's all my news. Anyone else got any other news before we hit the paywall?
Yeah.
Did you talk about? Sorry, last week. Did you talk about the Guilty Gear Strive delay?
No.
No.
No, but I did read about that. Tell us,
Yeah, it's been pushed back 2 months, I believe. So instead of April, it's coming out sometime in June.
Okay.
I think to improve the netcode. So that it's not to actually make the actual game any better or actually add any characters to the game. It's just to fondle around with the online netcode. To be honest, they could just put the freaking game out at the time they was going to do it, and then just fondle the netcode when it needs to be fondled further down the line.
Fondled.
Oh, fucking
A lot of fun.
To be honest, there aren't going to be too many people that are going to be playing that game and jumping straight in online anyway. You're going to be using the characters and learning their moves and all of the other bits and bobs, which is going to take you about around a week or so.
Are you just
anyway.
really upset it's been delayed?
Kind of, because there's no other games coming out.
If you had GamePass, Darren, you'd have shitloads to play, mate.
I've already got stuff to play, and the stuff I pretty much want to play I own and buy. So Game Pass doesn't hold any weight for me.
Fair enough. Anything else?
Yeah.
Go on.
Little Nightmares 2 sold over a million, which is really great news for a little tiny game.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, it did really well. The only sad news is the developer's been bought by some other company.
Epic,
Was
wasn't
it Epic?
It was Epic, yeah.
Epic are buying up loads of studios at the moment.
Was
They're
it
getting
Epic
as bad
that
as
bought?
Microsoft.
It was Epic, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
But, and now the rumour is there will be no more ever Little Nightmares.
There might be.
So, which if they
It'll
do,
just be exclusive to Epic Store or whatever it is.
Yeah. Well, it won't affect consoles, so.
Yeah. But there we go.
Cool. Anything else?
No, I can't think. annoying. I wanted to keep it going.
Okay, right. We're going to hit the paywall then into what we've been playing. But before that, I need a pee. So
there we go.
We're going to have a couple of minutes break. So
A couple of minutes
We're gonna
break.
have some McDonald's music now, yeah?
yeah.
Gonna have a bit of a musical interlude.
So for the 2 people watching Twitch, we'll be back in a couple of minutes.
Well, he will be back. We'll just keep jibber jabbering.
Yeah, you just keep jibber jabbering it. Entertain the Twitch people, because this won't be in the main show. See you in a minute.
Well, I don't know what to say really. This is good, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's how the sausage is made.
I didn't know it was Epic that bought Little Nightmares.
You brought the news up when we knew about
it
it.
didn't say it was Little. It didn't say it was them. It said it was someone else. It was because it was owned by Bandai Namco. That was who published it. They didn't actually make it. It was some little company. But I read on there. I never saw Epic. I'm sure you've got your your information wrong.
Nah, fine, mate.
Let's have a look.
I'm pretty sure it was Epic. That's what I read.
Oh yeah, Little Nightmares 2 has just become Bandai Namco's entertainment's fastest selling game. It sold 1 million in the first month.
It's alright.
Yeah.
I'll get someone else to make one.
Yeah, I hope they do.
I did say. I mean, is either of them? Is Little Nightmares on Game Pass? The first one.
First one's on PS Now. I know that. I don't know about Game Pass. No, it's not. No, it's not on Game Pass.
Cool.
But I know the first one's on now.
Cool. It's fun, isn't it? How's everyone? How's everyone in the chat? Talk to us, people in the chat. So this is going to take a good few minutes for them to catch up because we're on a delay, aren't we?
He's only having a piss. Why doesn't he have a little bowl next to him or something?
Exactly, or pint glass.
Although I have been known to almost fill up a pint glass, actually.
Well, I'm back. How's it going?
Darren's just telling us about how he fills the whole pint glass up with his piss.
Well, I've actually been in that situation once before, and I've obviously been holding it for so long. I actually overflowed the pint glass.
Oh,
yeah. So that's a big pee.
Yeah.
Jesus.
No, that's a huge pee.
Oh, I'm just going to water.
Okay, I got me
running a tap.
Right,
Yeah,
are we ready to get into what we've been playing? When Dan's finished getting his water?
Yeah, I've got me water. Hold on. I've got to keep me list up. Oh, this is going to be good for the edit, isn't it?
That's fine. It's fine. Right. Oh, hello, Despicable Mind. Yep, you've just missed the news. We're going to get into what we've been playing now. Hello, Greasy Fish Lips. Nice to see you. Pitbull Peebs is in. Hello, Peebs. He's looking forward to some Division at some point soon. Cool. Right, who was first? Dan. Dan, are you ready?
Apparently so. Yes.
Okay, Dan, tell us
3,
what you've been
2,
playing.
1. Go. Crossing.
What the fuck? You having your own little intro here now, Dan?
Yeah, man. Every single week, it's got to build up to the prime. So this is what people pay for on the Patreon.
Build
Prime
up to Animal Crossing.
Well, Animal Crossing, yeah. I mean, there's not much to say this week other than I built my own little cinema in there. It's not very good. I've even got the carpet down to a T. You know that these flecky carpet that hides all the popcorn that's spilt at the floor. I've got some of that.
Does it smell of soda and popcorn?
So popcorn and sticky drinks all over the floor. Nothing's on there at the moment. I haven't quite worked out how the projector works. So at the moment it's just a bit airy. And I also did an ice cream parlour. This is really good prime content, isn't it, ladies and gents? But anyway, let's move on a little bit further. So there was an update to the Monster Hunter Rise demo this week. They added a brand new monster. If you bear with me while I mangle what it's called. It's called a Magna Mallow. Sorry. A Magna Mallow. That's it, yeah. Got 10 minutes to take it out. It's basically it steamrolls you. It basically knocks you to 6 and you're dead. It just gives you an update on how it all works. I mean, I was holding my own against it for a little bit. I decided to try out one of the weapons I don't usually try. It's a bow and arrow. So I thought I'd give that a go. And I was doing some good pot shots on it. I was running around a rock playing peekaboo until the fucker destroyed the rock right in front of me, and scared the shit out of me, which I never expected in any Monster Hunter game, because that doesn't happen. So
sometimes there were some like breakable rocks that like could be powered through. I remember, I think a Barrios or something smashing through one in
this was
one of the earlier games.
This was me luring into another enclave and then basically trying to use the environment to my advantage and getting caught by surprise. It's out in 2 weeks or 1.5 weeks or so. I've got it on pre-order. Hook me up if you want to play some. I'm hoping it's quite quick off the bat in terms of getting going and getting good, because some Monster Hunter games previously have taken a few hours to really get through the grind before it really starts heating up and getting interesting. So I'm well up for that. And I think I'll be going with a ranged weapon this time around rather than like an axe or a big hammer for now. Yeah, I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to get something new a go and see where I go, really.
Does this mean that you and Darren will not be joining me on World anymore?
No, you'll be joining us on the Switch on Monster Hunter Rise.
I still need to buy some new Joy-Cons.
I'm actually not buying this on release because I can't find a version of it that isn't a steelbook.
See, I've got a free steelbook with my version. It's an extra. It's not compulsory.
Yeah,
it comes with a freebie.
I've had them say it comes with free steelbook before, and the entire game turns up as a steelbook, so I'm not even going to risk it. So if you let me know whether you actually get a normal proper case.
Well, the thing is, Amazon emailed me and say, "Oh, do you want to upgrade the one you've already pre-ordered to this steelbook version with extra keychains for no price?" And I went, "Yes, please." So I'm pretty sure you can go onto Amazon and order it that way.
Darren,
do
you have nightmares about steelbooks?
No, I just don't buy them, mate. If it's in a steelbook, I don't go near it.
Yeah.
It's like the Mario 3D World, which I'll get onto in a minute. That came with a steelbook, but it was an added bonus. It was an extra to the plastic case as well.
Yeah, they're always good because I just give them away to someone or use them as an ashtray or something.
I'm pretty sure that's what this one is as well. So, buy it, man. Don't let a steelbook just ruin your fun in gaming.
Well, it's always that classic thing of like, I have got loads of shit to play. You know what I mean? My backlog list is pretty
so have I.
huge.
So have I, but fuck it, new shiny.
Like, we're not going to sell a normal copy of the game. I'm like, well, I won't buy it then. Bye.
Cool. So give me a shout if you fancy some Monster Hunter in a couple of weeks. I'm up for that. Other things, a bit of Super Mario 3D World. I've moved off from Bowser's Fury because I got about 75% through that. I've got all the super hard stars or cat shines still to get. So I'm playing the core game now, which I first played when it first came out on the Wii U. Good God, about 7 years ago, apparently. Jesus Christ. It hasn't dated at all. I mean, it's still pretty fresh. It's not as good as, I think I've covered this before. It's not as good as some of the more classic 3D Marios. But it's like a weird hybrid between 3D Mario and 2D Mario. But it's still fun. It's still solid. It's still fun. And it's nice. I like it a lot. And then what else was there? Oh yeah. Since playing this podcast, I started it. When did we start? About over an hour ago. I just played and finished the original Doom on Xbox. So
bloody hell, is it that short?
Yeah. Yeah, well, I do remember it wasn't very long.
Really? Because I loaded up the original
over
Doom.
200 G for it.
You got what?
Over 200 gamer score for it.
All right, okay.
Because I loaded up the original Doom on my PC, And there's a load of different. So I don't remember this. So when you load it up, there's loads. You get options on what level to start at.
Yeah.
You should start from the beginning and then just do them one by one. Then.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just start at the beginning. Just rinse through it. As far as I know, I just pressed the button and off I went. I finished the game. Oh, but I didn't do it on the super hard mode, which is an option. But you know, there are like things. There are
plenty or whatever it is.
Yeah, I mean, I went to the video. I think I only died once. It was fine.
Oh, nice.
It's fine.
It's still. I mean, it came out in '93, if you can believe it. I mean, it's
1993.
The OG Doom.
Yeah, that's what he's. Yeah.
Still one of the best shotguns in gaming.
Mate, it's on Game Pass, mate. Might as well give it a bosh.
Yeah. I love it. Doom 2, Doom 3, Doom 64.
Yeah.
That was the first thing I played when I got the console.
What, Doom 64?
Doom 64.
Yes.
Talk about going proper, next gen gaming. I've gone back to a game from 1996. So, and I'll be honest, actually, they must have done something to it because it didn't look that bad, actually.
Yeah, I think they did some work on that one.
Yeah. I've never played that. I missed it.
Yeah, I never played it either, so I've got that downloaded, and also Doom 3 because I always remember Doom 3 being really good.
Yeah, the problem with Doom 3 and then the ones after that though is they're too long.
Yeah. The latest two are too fucking long.
Like 20-hour games, aren't they? It's like,
this is the perfect length for me. This was done.
Ding dong. Nice, mate. I know. I'm glad you enjoyed that because it is a classic.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, it's good. And then I suppose off the back of that, finishing off, we did obviously Wreckfest on Friday.
Yeah, baby.
And that's really all I've played this week. Again, it's been one of those, I don't know, weeks where I've just been doing me dailies and.
It sounded a bit like Darren now.
Yeah, pretty much. I've fallen into my groove in terms of gameplay and things I'm playing.
Yeah.
It's it's fine. It is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah. I think Wreckfest has been my highlight every week for the last 3 weeks or so when we've been doing the gamer nights. To be honest, I've been loving it. Yeah, I think we've all been loving it. To be honest,
I think we need to freshen it up a bit. If I'm being honest,
a new game. You want a different game? Choose a new game.
Well, I'm not saying. I think Wreckfest needs freshening up. I think we need to put out a challenge to the community that if join us on Friday by all means, but. I think we need to start looking at turning up in ridiculous cars with things attached to them and shit, and going off the back of that. I mean, if you want to use DLC cars, use DLC cars. But I think you can. I think at one point, Peeps put someone attached. What was he attached a hot dog to his car? A shark to his car.
Shark, yeah.
Yeah. So the thing is, you need to buy them with real money. Like the only ones that are part of the game is the shark, I think, and there's only a couple. There isn't many. So a lot of them are paid DLC.
Okay.
Because I saw it as one of the DLC packs, which I did not buy.
So there you go. Yeah. Well, anyway, if anyone wants to buy them, they're welcome. So I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
It's all good. And that's it really this week. As I said, I'm waiting really on Monster Hunter now. Before I do anything else gameplay wise or purchase wise. I mean, I've got my eye on the Ghosts and Goblins remake, but I think I'll wait for a price drop on that. So it might come in a couple of months or so. Or if I really am stuck for something to play and I don't mind getting stuck into it, but otherwise if I buy it, it'll just sit on my hard drive and not fucking do anything.
Yeah, that's
so
fair enough.
I'll wait and see.
That's digital only, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It is at the moment, but they might do a physical copy.
Yeah, limited one or something.
Yeah. We'll have to wait and see.
Cool. Is that it, Dan? That is it?
That's it. I mean, as I said, these Patreon episodes, you get all the prime content in the first half of the show.
I'm going to swap it round, man. I'm going to swap the Patreon shows round from now on. News after what we've been playing. Paywall off the news. Okay. Yeah. Who's next? Darren.
That'd be me. I'm not going to take too long, to be honest. I've virtually played not much.
You've been working, have you,
there hasn't been anything out. Well, no, just like there hasn't really been many games out, so just been doing a little bit on Persona Scramble.
How are you liking that?
Still really enjoying it. still.
Strikers or
fantastic,
Scramble? Was that the same game, just called a different thing in different territories?
Oh right, yeah, sorry, yeah, Scramble. I think is the Japanese name for it, but yeah, Strikers here.
I wonder why they call it Scramble out there. That's so odd, isn't it?
No idea.
Mm.
There's a few weird things like that.
Oh, and what system did you pick that up on? Sorry, I forgot. Was it
PS4.
PS4. Is it got an update on the PS5 at all, or
it does apparently run on the PS5, but I haven't bothered taking up hard drive space with it.
Oh, okay.
It's generally fine on the Pro, so.
Oh, okay. Because I know Colin's played a little bit of it on the Switch. I still haven't played more than like half an hour of it on the PC because I've obviously been playing other games. So
I've done about 4 hours, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's fine. I didn't play this week. I played some last week, but I didn't play any this week, and it's good. I've been honest.
Yeah.
So I need to get back into it, but I'm too busy, pretty much building
one of the
cinemas.
best games of the year so far.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Even though technically it is a last year game.
Yeah, but we say this year for over here. I mean, as far as we're concerned, the English translation is 2021. Which is technically, a brand new game this year.
Apart from that, Valhalla, I've kind of stopped playing at the moment.
Fair enough. I mean, you've poured enough hours into that game, mate. I'm surprised you haven't...
204 hours, I think.
You just need to finish the story and forget about it now.
No, I can't. See, I have this really horrendous ADHD thing with games where I want 100% areas before I move on.
Oh my god, you'll be going on forever.
And there's one mystery in Nottinghamshire that fucking drove me mental. It's one of those stupid animus anomaly platforming fucking things, and it is just so awful, absolutely awful. I don't know why they were put in the game. At the start of the game, they're reasonably okay. They're not too bad, but then as you progress through them all, you get red barriers that move and desync you if you bump into them, and you've got to move the lasers that you used to put onto the floating platforms to make them solid.
Yeah.
They toggle on and off, so you can be running across one and it just unphases and you fall through, and then you reset back to the checkpoint, reset back to the checkpoint, reset back to the checkpoint, reset back to the... Yeah, you do that for 15-20 minutes and you just want to switch the whole fucking game off, to be honest. It just pisses me off. I don't know why they thought platforming was a thing in Assassin's Creed, because it's not. It's not a franchise that's even built for platforming. Because technically there is platforming in the game, but it's very guided.
Yeah.
You just hold down a button and push a direction and your character will just generally go in those directions and auto stuff. It's not meant for precision timed platforming. It does not work. It is terribly designed, horrible content that, in my opinion, should not be in an Assassin's Creed game and should not relate to multiple achievements related throughout the game. So I've literally put the game on hold, and I'll just go back to it every now and again and give it 10 minutes to try. If I fail, just switch it off again.
Fair enough.
And we'll see where we go from there. But that's actually pissed me right off, because I was ready to move on, but part of me can't. Fuck it. I'll just play something else then, which is the bonus when you have multitude of games that you're still playing through. If something pisses you off, it's just right, fuck off then. I'll just play something else. So after that pissed me off, I've put about 40 more hours into Cyberpunk.
Bloody hell.
Wow.
I actually went on last week. Where were you? So yeah.
No, yeah. So yeah, I've done quite a lot on that, and unfortunately, I found out I'm right near the end of the game.
Oh.
Which is kind of weird, because
I
thought there were more main missions in the game, but there are way less than I thought there were.
Yeah, so I felt that as well, actually.
They've obviously padded it out with all of the side missions and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
To get more out of it, because I'd basically done the opening part, done some other sort of like couple of main missions. Then I had the mission which was working for the Voodoo Boys, which was fucking quality, because they're all obviously speaking like Creole and stuff, and it's all being like translated, and you've got the whole sort of like South African sort of tie-in with that entire area. And I basically finished all of that mission, and then the next mission I was given, I literally just like, I was like, oh look, I'll see if there's a time limit on it, and it basically said this is the start of the final like mission staircase to finish the game. And I was like, oh, I don't want to be doing that yet. So I've just been going off and doing a lot of the sort of weird side missions and stuff.
Yeah, I know what you mean, Dan, because when I got to the last mission, I felt someone was thinking, bloody hell, I spent a lot of time, I did all the side missions in the game, and then when I got to the last main mission, I was like, I feel like I've hardly done any main missions at all. I mean, you could probably bang out the whole all the main missions in the game in, under 8 hours, really, if you think about it.
Yeah,
it's just
at least like 10, 15, 20 hours, depending how you go about it.
Yeah.
If you go in guns blazing as well, and you're not even going a stealth route, you can just like, well, I don't have to muck about here. I'll just take everyone out and move on.
Yeah, I mean but the good thing about Cyberpunk is, in my opinion, the side quests are so fucking good. I would actually say to people that you should consider them as part of the main game, to be honest, because they are so well done.
Yes, some of them are like I'm kind of pissed off that some of them ended, and I'm hoping that we end up revisiting some of those storylines.
Yeah.
Because there was a certain storyline I did for a couple of politicians, or a bloke who's basically being a politician, and basically his mind is being hacked.
Yes, that mission was awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, and you get threatened by these people as well. Like, they try hacking you and threatening you and all this kind of stuff, and I'm just sitting there going, do you know who you're fucking with?
Yeah.
Like, do you know how many piles of bodies I've left in alleyways? Like, bring it. But obviously, I think that storyline comes to a head there.
Yeah.
Because after you finish that, they kind of even delete their contacts off of your things, so you can't even contact them again.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's kind of like, I'm not even sure if that actually does get resolved later on, or what sort of a thing. But yeah, like you said, a majority of the side quest stuff is really, really good. Like, some of the missions are just like, go here, kill this thing, do that. There was like a Cyber Psycho one that I did that was really kind of like, reminded me of like a tribute to Japanese horror.
Yeah.
Like, it involved pentagrams and people would sacrifice themselves, and while I was checking the crime scene, there was like voices.
Yes.
And like weird things flashing around in my face, and I'm like, what is going on? Like, because I was doing it like really late at night as well, in the dark, sort of a thing. That mission.
Yeah, those Cyber Psycho missions are fucking awesome as well. 100%.
Yeah. There was one of them that actually did kind of piss me off, because it was like, take him out, because it's obviously they always want you to sort of take him out peacefully and leave him alive. And it was the dude in the power loader.
Oh, yeah.
Went mad in the and he fucking kicks the shit out of you if you get anywhere near close to that dude. So yeah, basically after I rung through to say like, yeah, I've caught him, yeah, I got him alive, and the mission rule come through, it was like, right, pop your fucking head off. I'll just, if it comes back later on, I'll just be like, well, it weren't me. There's a few things I can see that people would possibly have slight issues with the game, which I have as well when it comes to the relationships.
Okay.
So you obviously have, I think it's 4 characters in the game that you can forge relationships with, depending on your gender and whatnot, sort of a thing. And the missions you obviously do to obviously befriend them and get in a relationship with them and everything are really well done. But then once you actually are technically in a relationship with that person, there's nothing really you get out of it.
Chivo?
Well, yeah, there is a Chivo, but I think those Chivos are just simply related to finishing their quest lines, not necessarily always getting them in a relationship, because you'd need to pretty much do 4 different playthroughs to get all of them.
See, well, what I found is those missions ended, and I was a bit sad that they'd ended, etc. But what I found as I played through the game, those characters would send random text messages and voicemails throughout the rest of my playthrough, which was kind of cool.
Yeah, like that's that. But then like you'll get access to maybe like their home, but you'll go there and they just stand there and regurgitate the same 3 lines of dialogue over and over and over again, and that's all you do. Like there's no sort of like, you can't even like text them when you're on like missions and stuff and just be like, I just thought I'd give you a ring to say I fucking love you or whatever, you know what I mean? Because just adding in weird little things like that makes that game feel way more in depth, and alive,
more real.
and that's the whole crux of that game for me, is the fact that that world feels so alive and the characters feel so real. So it kind of feels weird that even when you ring up that person on the phone to maybe have a conversation with them, it's the same 3 lines of dialogue.
Yeah.
Again. So, it would have been nice if they just added a few extra things you could do when you were maybe in a relationship in the game to make it a bit more But yeah, I've wasted enough time chatting about that. It's a great but flawed game for some, but I haven't really had too many issues, although I did have my first car that spawned out of the air and blew up.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to the club.
Yeah.
We've
all been there, mate.
I was in the middle of a mission, like taking out like a gang hideout or something for one of the NCPD scanner things, and a big vehicle just like flipped through the air and landed in the camp and exploded. Stuff.
Random,
like, oh, well,
so random.
I'll just pretend that didn't happen and carry on. But yeah, there should hopefully be within the next few weeks a patch for that game.
Oh, you'd hope
so.
so.
Another bigger patch. Because they did say, didn't they, the patch they were planning on putting out originally got delayed due to the hack.
Yeah.
Because the actual employees were getting like locked out of their own home systems and stuff. And then they had to take them into, obviously, like a tech doctor or whatever at their work to make sure they hadn't had any, like, viruses and stuff installed on them for a backdoor and stuff. So whoever did that is pretty dodgy as fuck anyway in the first place. But yeah, it's...
I think the word you're looking for is cunt.
Yeah.
That'll do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and this is obviously, I think they've said this is going to be a patch that isn't just about bug fixes. They are going to try and do a few other things with this one. So I think this is probably going to be their last patch to hopefully fix a lot of the big issues.
And then they need to...
That,
and then they've got their series...
The next gen.
Yeah, they've got the next gen version to pump out at some point as well. So those people who are waiting are going to be waiting a while, I think.
Yeah, but yeah, the game still looks fantastic anyway.
Yes.
And I believe they have tweaked with the HDR settings a little bit, because they do seem a lot better, than it originally did. Like where the contrast, like we said before, didn't we? The contrast between daylight and nighttime is remarkable in that game.
Yes. Yeah.
For how it looks, the game just looks so much better at night.
Yeah, 100% agree.
Especially in the things. And also, from playing it for extended periods of time, you really appreciate the differences in the locations when you move from like the Badlands into the slums, and then into like the big business district, and then into like Chinatown and that. They've all got their own feel and sound and everything to it.
Yeah, definitely.
Apart from that, bit of Fortnite, which I believe they're going into the next season of that when this podcast comes out. I think season 6 is on the 16th.
Is this for your save the world?
Well, no, it's for the whole game. Like the seasons in the Battle Royale affect the Save the World
Oh,
stuff,
okay.
or
Yeah.
should I say the additional content in the Save the World, like the venture modes and stuff. Like the storyline and that's still untouched, but like the little character quests and other things like that do change every time they change seasons.
Cool.
Yeah, and that's pretty much it. And the game I'm not going to be mentioning until we get the patch next month.
Okay, cool. All right, so it's my turn then, yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm. No, it's Stunty actually.
Paul.
Oh, is it Paul? Sorry,
Yeah.
Paul.
Are you still there, mate, or have I put you to sleep?
He has gone to sleep because I'm so used to Darren being last. We missed it.
Has his missus found the Xbox Series X?
Oh shit! You imagine? Hello, Stunty.
Hello.
Hello, mate.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
Still with us?
Yeah, still with us. Yeah. I'm killing a rat. No. It's me next, I think, isn't it?
It is. Go.
Right, okay. I'll be very quick anyway, because I haven't really played much since I was last week. Still playing Little Nightmares 2. I'm on the last chapter now. I'm not allowed to play it because my daughter sits with me and plays it with me, and she said, "You're not playing it until I finished it."
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well,
she barking orders at you, is she?
Yeah, but the good thing is though, she tells me all the secrets. As in, like, if I go into a certain section, she goes, right, if you do that, if you put that hat on, then you go up to that something or other or whatever, you'll get a trophy. Brilliant, thank you. It's like that sort of thing. So instead of looking at YouTube, she's my little YouTuber. So
brilliant.
But, yeah, it's brilliant. Really loving it, I must admit. That's that. Division 2, still playing that.
How does it look on the PlayStation 5?
Yeah, it looks beautiful. Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah, it's really nice. It's really nice.
Have they fixed it?
Well, what do you mean have they fixed it?
I watched a Digital Foundry video on the Series X and the PS5 upgrades when they were first introduced, and the PS5 one was quite shocking. Like it was lacking reflections and all sorts of things.
No, I've not seen that at all. So they must have done it. I must have played it after they did that. So, but no, it's been great. I've not had a problem with the game. The only thing I'd say is do install it on the SSD because it runs like shit if you run it on the external. You will see lots of pop-ins and frame load and the rest of it. But if you install it on the SSD, no, it's fine. Loads great, plays great, no problems at all. Looks really nice.
Awesome.
Got to level 30. Just did that this evening, just before I came on the podcast, and now I've just got to do one of the strongholds, and then I'll start going into tiers, which is basically it's all.
Then you get funneled down a one single way corridor for the rest of the entire game. You lose pretty much most of the freedom to do what you want to do.
Right. Okay. It sounds like you didn't enjoy it.
No. Well, I loved the game up until that point.
Right.
Like the original endgame bit's pretty decent, where you get your specialisation and all that lot, but everything past that point was like massively disappointing.
The New York DLC is really good. I don't know if you played that.
I haven't. No, because I haven't finished for all the main things and whatnot. So.
Okay. You got it on Xbox.
They said I can jump straight to it.
You got an Xbox,
They said I can jump straight. Yeah.
Yeah, we
they
should
said
play
I can
with me
jump
and
straight
Peeps.
to it, but you lose. See, again, there's a weird kind of thing, isn't there? Like, if I was to jump into your game, everything would be boosted up to my power level.
Well, I think it works. It works better now, from what I.
It never used to work properly at all. It was horrendous.
Well, perhaps we should try it maybe in the week.
Mm.
Well, let us know. Let us know.
But yeah,
that sounded like a no.
Said
but
I can access the New York DLC, but to do so, I'd have to skip a load of content, and you won't get the relevant.
Well, I haven't started it yet, so I've got a ways to go anyway, mate. So it's fine.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apart from the Division 2, that's it. That's all I've played.
That's fair enough. Fair enough, mate.
I haven't played much. Oh, and Doom 64, which I played today for a little bit, which looks, as I said, looks quite nice. Oh, and I don't know why I'm playing Oblivion. Why am I playing Oblivion right now?
You should play Morrowind instead, like Cram the Man.
Yeah, I did load up Morrowind last night, but I didn't know what to do in the game.
It's very.
It doesn't tell you.
It doesn't.
It does not tell you what
No,
to
I know.
do. It is old school, proper old school. I used to have like a big A4 notebook, like my adventures journal, I used to call it. And I used to constantly make notes of where to go and what to do and what things I'd left in what locations, because the game does not hold your hand in the slightest.
Oh, fuck that shit.
Get a YouTube video, man.
Well, yeah, I can't get into what people do that for getting the trophies or achievements on games. For me, it takes me out of the game. But
it's
no,
the most unlimited it almost gives you almost unlimited freedom in Morrowind. It's one of the only games of its series that allowed you to pretty much craft your own spells and make them as sane as you want. Well, I had a friend of mine, he used to be able to jump from city to city using a spell. Like, he'd literally jump right up through the clouds into the air and land somewhere else.
I think it just looks a bit too dated for me to enjoy these days, to be honest.
Yeah, it's 25 years old now or something
2002
like that?
it came out.
Yeah, I mean...
19 years old.
Yeah.
It's alright, it's not too old.
No, it doesn't bother me. I mean, you think... Yeah, but you say that, but you play, like, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, but it's a different art style, isn't it? You know, you got those pixel art style, which is fine, but then you got, like...
Gaming snob.
That generation where it's just like, oh, I just can't... I can't bring
early
myself
polygons.
to yeah, it's just not for me.
Gaming snob.
Yep, I am. But there we go. But yeah, if you're enjoying it, then it's great. I mean, it's meant. I mean, I've always heard good things about Morrowind, but I just can't I can't look past those graphics. I just can't do it. I'm sorry, but that's just
I mean, if you started with Oblivion, it's fine. It's just that most of the people
Yeah.
I know that didn't like Oblivion are people who played Morrowind.
Oh,
they
I
had
loved
something
Oblivion.
to put it up against.
Yeah, I got the full 1250 Gs on Oblivion on the 360. Loved it.
Yeah, I sort of missed both of them too. I mean, I didn't play Morrowind. I do own a copy somewhere on the Xbox on disc. I bought a car boot years ago, but never played it. And I have played a little tiny bit of Oblivion because I just noticed I've actually got a couple of achievements on it, so I must have played it on the 360.
In Morrowind, it is actually possible to kill main quest NPCs.
Oh my goodness.
Because you can pretty much kill anyone in the entire game. So I had a friend of mine, there's a part of, I think it was in the Tribunal DLC, where you can build your own fortress, like mini fortress, depending on which of the houses you align yourself with.
Right.
And my mate had killed the constructor that was going to assemble his barracks, so he could never build his house.
That's awful. That's just fucking... That sounds like bad game design to me, but there we go.
If they're related to main quests, it does actually give you a warning saying you have killed someone related to the main story. Reload a save or live in the doomed world you have created.
Oh, okay. That's fair enough.
I mean, I've just loaded Morrowind up now, and it looks, it looks dated, graphic and the rest of it, but it's got a sharpness to it. So
yeah, they have added like a higher resolution texture pack to it.
So it doesn't look as bad as it would have done if you had your original Xbox, original Xbox out.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah.
One, it wouldn't be noisy either because I can't remember if that one was noisy. I know the 360s were noisy. I can't remember if the original Xboxes are noisy. So I can't remember. I haven't played one of them for a while.
I don't think they were actually that
No, I don't
noisy,
think
the
they
original consoles, because they didn't obviously have to spin the discs anywhere near as fast as they have to now to read the data.
But yeah, that's it. That's me done.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay, so I've been playing some games this week. Final Fantasy 14 very quickly. Been doing me dailies. I'm turned into Darren now. I've not been doing many, but there's that. I'm going to go, and I've already talked about the Outriders demo, so that's fine. Okay, so my main game, actually, over the last few days, has been Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Wow.
And you moaned about this on Friday night.
That's because I was half cut, mate.
Is that because it's EA?
No, it's just Because at the beginning, like, you control this stupid drone, and it just was a bit fucking annoying. But I'm really liking the campaign on this, to be honest. And now it's obviously I'm playing it on the Series X on Game Pass. I don't know if it's had any upgrade from the Xbox One or whatever, but it looks beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. And what I'm liking about
it always did look good.
It was a good looking game.
But what I'm liking about the campaign on this is it's all set out into different missions, so you know when you've done a mission, so you can turn it off, and the missions aren't actually that long, which is nice. But they're all completely different. So in each mission, you're playing as different characters, which is really, really cool. A lot of the characters you can put into first person view, which is even better. But when you're playing like Luke Skywalker, for example, like those main characters, it's all in third person. And there's so much variety in the missions because there's all these different characters. The story's really, really cool because you've got like Leia and Luke and Han and all that. So I'm not really sure when this is set in the movie universe or whatever, because I'm not that much of a Star Wars nerd. Perhaps Peebs would know. But you've also got a lot of ship. You know, you're flying the spaceships around on a lot of the missions as well, the X-wings and the TIE fighters, which is a nice break from the first person shooting, to be quite honest with you. And I imagine this is where the where they got the idea for that for the dedicated ship based game, which is really, really good. Star Wars Squadrons. Yeah, which I really, really liked. But yeah, I've done the 8 missions on this over the last 2 days, and well, mainly it was mostly last night because my missus fell asleep putting the kids to bed at 8 o'clock. So all I did was play this till gone midnight last night, and I've done a couple of missions today when I've had a spare, half an hour or whatever. But yeah, I'm really impressed with it, and the reason, obviously, a couple of reasons why I wanted to play it is, one, it's on Game Pass. I got recommended it by a few people, and the other thing is, it's the biggest game on my hard drive at the minute at 80. I think it's like 83 gig.
Huge, I know.
Yeah.
I had it on the PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
It is a ridiculously. I mean, I didn't play much of it on PlayStation, to be honest with you. I got it, played it for a couple of nights, and then eventually had to delete it because it was so fucking stupidly huge.
Yeah, so
I might pick it up and have a look.
Yeah, it's really cool. I mean, I'm not interested in the multiplayer, so as soon as I've done with the campaign, I'm going to delete this off my hard drive.
Well, the multiplayer is pretty good. I mean, I play quite a bit of it on the PlayStation. I finished the story on the campaign.
Yeah.
On the PlayStation. Yeah. And I have actually played quite a bit of the campaign. There's some quite good different modes on it as well. Could be one that you could actually. You're going to probably moan because you want to delete it. But it could be
set up a game night.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, well, I've been, because I was sitting there looking at the games today, and I was thinking, I've got Battlefield 5 installed, but I think the campaign's really crap, so I'm thinking of deleting that because it's so fucking big. But because the problem is now, right, because obviously you've got the SSD on the internal of the Series X, I've got a normal spinny drive as an external, but I'm like, I don't really want to play any of the games on the external because the load times would be so shit.
Snob.
I know. But I could move Battlefield 5 to the external, I suppose. I mean, I don't know. But yeah, if we were going to set up some gamer nights on this, on the multiplayer, then obviously I want to keep it on there. So
there is also a mode on the multiplayer as well. I mean, you've got the big team battles, a bit like Battlefield, where you or you got the one objectives where you sort of take over a base and then you move through, like Rush was on Battlefield. But you've also got other modes as well where you're actually like you're Luke Skywalker. There's 4 of you on one side, and there's 4 of you on another side, and you fight against all 4 of them. But you're Jedi versus a Sith.
Okay. Yeah,
and they're quite good fun actually. Some of them as well.
Yeah. Cool. Okay.
Yeah. So there's some different modes. It's not a bad game. I think it didn't do great at the start, did it? Because a lot of it was missing, wasn't it?
And they had the big loot box.
And then they removed it all, didn't they?
Yeah.
They took all of it out, didn't they? So, but well worth a look at that.
Yeah, it's really, really good. I mean, I want to play this because I've got the other Star Wars game installed as well. What's it called? The new one?
Squadrons.
No, not Squadrons. The Star Wars game where you play as the ginger bloke.
Oh, Jedi Fallen,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I want to
I
play that.
enjoyed that.
I want to play that after this as well because that's meant to be quite good. So, so yeah, I've been really enjoying that. Okay.
Star Trek's still better though.
Oh yeah, 100% agree with you on that.
Yeah.
Obviously, because of the Bethesda stuff, I wanted to check out a few of the Bethesda games. So I've started a playthrough of Dishonored 2. Brilliant. Absolutely loving it. I don't believe I never played this before, to be quite honest with you. I remember I really enjoyed the first Dishonored many years ago, and I actually did pick up a physical copy of Dishonored 2 on the Xbox when it was on, like, you know, I picked up for like 10 quid or whatever, then it just sat in the wrapping. I sold it, and then obviously it's come onto the Bethesda GamePass, so I downloaded it on the PC, and I've played that for a good 2 or 3 hours, and I'm really liking it. Obviously it's set quite a bit after the original game, but you get a choice at the beginning to play either the male character or the female character, and then the story obviously it slightly changes depending on who you pick. I'm loving it because one of the graphics are really nice, but it's just that kind of sneaky gameplay, and you've got a sword and a gun, but you've got limited ammo for the gun, so you need to be, you have to be sneaky for most of the time. Yeah, so I'm just really enjoying the city, just being in the city of Dunwall and just exploring and, just sneaking around the guards and taking them out silently, etc. So, have any of you guys played this?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I have it on disc, but I haven't played it yet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's one.
Yeah,
It's one to check out, man. It's really good. It was really good. So, there's that. Dan, I played a little bit of the original Doom, but only a couple of levels. I've not finished it yet. Swiftly moving on then. I started a new game of Skyrim. Gotta get down on Skyrim.
What does this make? The 7th or 8th time?
Yes. So I actually, the only time I've completed it is on the is on the Xbox 360, but I own this on pretty much every single fucking system ever, even the Switch. I even got it on the Switch. That's so much I love this game, but I thought it's on Game Pass. I mean, I've got 2 copies of it on Steam, the original and the remastered version. But I thought, well, if I can play it on the PC from the beginning and get achievements while playing it, I'm on to a winner, because it's separate achievements from the console version. So, I started a new game on that. I played a good few hours of it, actually. I love the world. You get so immersed in it. Just that sense of adventure, that sense of freedom you get when you play Skyrim. There's not really any other games like it, and I mean, obviously, like the Fallout games are similar, but it's that dystopian world I don't really like in the Fallout. So Skyrim is so green and lush and beautiful, just walking around and all the green trees and the butterflies floating past and the music, the ambience of the music. You just feel I don't know, it's just a feeling you get playing Skyrim. I just don't get with any other game. So I'm loving it. So there's Skyrim. I played a little bit of Sea of Thieves this week again, so that was a good fun. Played with a couple of community members. We did some missions. Oh, fuck me. It was so funny, right? So this is what makes Sea of Thieves so bloody funny. We jumped into the game, right, and we were like, right, we've got this mission to do. We've got to follow the compass to this island. I was playing with Darkest Frost and a few other community members. I was like, right, so we get to this island and there's another pirate ship there. And we're like, oh, and them two were like, oh, what should we do? And I'm like, just fuck them up. Let's fuck them up. Whenever I see pirates, I'm like, just fuck them up. And so one of the guys scouts the island. It's like, oh, I can see one of them. And I'm like, right, so sail past. And I'm like, right, I'm gonna jump on their ship and steal their shit and get it onto our ship. So I'll get on their ship, and they've got loads of treasure chests on them. Yes, fucking awesome. So I'll get on their ship, steal their crap, and then I'm like, right, I'm gonna go for one more run to their ship and firebomb the fucker and sink it. So I get back to the ship, and then one of them runs past me. He doesn't see me, so I get up to him and I fucking kill him with my sword. I'm like, yeah, he's dead, fucking awesome. And then I'm like, right, I'm going to run up onto the top deck and set it on fire. Then I get up to the top deck and I'm like, oh shit, there's another person here, shit, I'm going to kill them. So I kill them. So I got a double kill, I'm well happy. And then I firebomb their ship, and then we sink it. But unbeknownst to me, I mean, I don't play the game as much as the other guys. They were doing a similar mission to us, where you get this compass, and then it gives you a map to a key to get in this place to get loads of awesome loot. So they had pretty much spent... I mean, these missions take fucking ages to do, right? They had obviously got to the end of their mission, and they were just about to unlock this final vault to get all the crap. Right?
Oh,
So Darkus is like, shit! They've got to end the mission. I found the key. You know, and we're gonna. So they open this vault, and there's like all this loot, and I'm like, and I'm on our ship at the minute. You know, just in case anyone comes along, and they're just like, oh my god, we've got so much stuff. And I'm like, yeah, all right, okay. And they're like, Webby, can you get the robot off the back of the ship and help us? I was like, yeah, all right. So I go off, and they tell me we're on the island to go, and I'm literally just like, I've never seen so many treasure chests in my life. It was just absolutely insane. It took us about 20 minutes just to load them on the fucking boat. Yeah, and then we got my ship. I was just like, I said to the guys, I said, this is the most I've ever seen, and they were like, oh, we've done much more than this. I'm like, what? This is absolutely insane. So we was like, right, let's get back and sell all this crap. And the thing is with Sea of Thieves is the random nature of the game, because when you've got a lot of treasure and you want to sell, it's like, what's going to happen on that journey back to the island, because you could get attacked by a megalodon, or like another, or pirate, or skeleton pirate ships, or anything. And luckily didn't hit any of that. But we were shitting ourselves on the way back to the island to sell all the crap. So that was just so funny, because we were pissing ourselves like, they must have worked really hard to do all that and spent loads of time, and we've come and just fucked them up and nicked all their loot. We were pissing ourselves. It was so fucking funny. And that's what makes that game so fun. It's just the randomness of it. It really, really is. So yeah, we had a lot of fun on that. It was just so funny. It really was. So I did a bit of that. And after that, because they went off a little bit early and I also wanted to game, I jumped on some Horizon 4 with a couple of other community members. We did some cool races. So that was fun. I've also been playing a little bit of Dirt 5 this week again. I'm still really enjoying that. I have seen some people are doing the multiplayer on Dirt 5 and saying how shit the multiplayer is. I've not actually played any of the multiplayer on it. I've literally just been playing the campaign and just having a blast, just going through it, you know. So it's really, really good. I'm not going to bother downloading it on my Xbox, and just been playing it on my PC, but it's optimized on the Series X, which is nice, to have anyway. So there's that. And the last game I've been playing, Windows Wipers Bob, who is a listener, will be very, very happy. I started playing Desperados 3 on GamePass. Really good. Really, really good. I've done the first 2 missions. Oh, they took fucking ages. These missions are long as balls. And it's basically an isometric type game where you get characters that have different abilities. So set in the Wild West, and different characters have different abilities, and the rapport between the characters and the conversations is really, really good in those missions, actually. I'm not going to give any spoilers. Later on, throughout as you play the game, you can get you get more and more characters to control as you're playing. It has like an active pause thing, so you can pause it and like give them commands while it's in a pause state, so you can time, say, taking out 2 enemies at the same time. It's like sneaking and hiding in bushes, and you know you can kill the enemies, but then you hide them in the bushes so it doesn't alert the other guards. But it's all very tactical, because you're moving along and you've got an objective, but it's just, you know, you got the guards in different places or the enemies, and it's like, right, you're looking at the map and you're like, right, how the fuck can I figure this out? Because you've got like characters that can like distract people, you've got a character that can snipe, you've got a character that's good at just with you know with just different weapons. So it's, and you die very easily as well, so you really have to think. Now, one reason why you know this is hard before you even get into the game properly is it's got a quick save and a quick load feature. And if you haven't saved the game for over a couple of minutes, literally like 1 or 2 minutes, you get a warning on your screen saying, please quick save, because like you can get killed so easy, and that's what makes it really, really fun, because it's so touchy. You're like thinking, right, how am I going to distract this guard, or take out this guard, and I can take out that guard, and want to get to this place. It's so good. It's on Xbox and PC on the Game Pass, and it is brilliant. It is absolutely fantastic. So that's another one to check out. That's all I've played, guys.
Is that it?
Yeah, I know, it's not many games really for me this week.
Right, we made up with it in the news.
Yeah.
There was one piece of news I forgot actually earlier.
Oh, I can't leave it here.
There's always one.
Well, no, there was obviously with the announcement with the PlayStation thing with the Resident Evil Village and RE.
Oh yeah, you said this before we even started recording, didn't you? Yeah.
Yeah, but there was another one that was announced just before that, which is like Square Enix showcase, where they're going to be showing off the next sequel to Life is Strange alongside a load of other games. I think that's this
Life is Strange 3. Oh, cool.
Yeah, well, technically, is it Life is Strange 2? Because
No,
that other one, Tell Me Why, was a separate game, wasn't it?
No, they've done a Life is Strange 2, haven't they? I'm sure they did. Sure
Yeah,
they did. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it'll be free.
Oh, well, Life is Strange 3 then, yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Good times.
But yeah, that's to look out for, I believe, this week. I think it might be the 18th. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, Hogarth confirms Life is Strange 2. So I'm sure, I was just thinking to myself, I'm sure I've played Life is Strange 2.
You haven't yet.
Yeah. Cool. Right, shall we get into questions then? We haven't actually had very many this week, so if anyone who's watching on the Twitch can think of any questions, then please put them into the chat. Right. Let's go to Twitter first. Danny Boy says, Series X or gaming PC? Why not both? Ha 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 ha, that's going to be my answer. I'm not going to play fanboy today because I'm loving both right now, so it's fine. PC's better, by the way. Right, next. Tim Shannon says, are we seeing a 360G Xbox reunion revolution? I think so. Gamer nights have been absolutely brilliant. I've been really, really enjoying them. I don't know about you guys. It feels
right.
It feels to me a little bit like the community is coming back together a little bit more again, you know?
Yeah, well, we're not. I don't think we're doing necessarily, where we sit in and just jump into party chatting.
No.
All play separate games. We don't do that anymore. We're doing more community stuff, I guess.
Yeah.
But I think we'll try. We'll see how Wreckfest is getting on, and then we'll probably try and
Do Battlefront.
do Battlefront. Yeah, do some other stuff
try and mix up a little bit. I like to try and keep it to Game Pass games because then.
Yes.
Well, that's on Battlefront anyway.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. because obviously with Game Pass, most people have got it who own an Xbox anyway, so it makes it a bit more open to people. But if anyone has any suggestions in the community who's listening as well, then please let us know as well, because mixing up the games is probably a good idea. I mean, we've done 3 weeks in a row of Wreckfest now, so I think we're hitting that time where something fresh would be quite nice.
Agreed. But if anyone's got any ideas, let us know.
Awesome.
I know Wes said he would like it, if possible, to do a PlayStation night, but whether that works, I don't know, because most of our community is Xbox. But if anyone out there wants to do one, just give us a shout and we'll see what we can do.
You could do a PlayStation Thursday or a PlayStation Saturday.
Can do. It depends on what the game is, though. I mean,
Yeah.
not a lot of people have PlayStation now. I mean, Wreckfest is actually on PlayStation now, actually.
Oh, okay.
So, but a lot of people don't have PS now, I must admit. Even though it is cheaper than Game Pass, but it's a different system how it works.
Doesn't have as many games, but yeah.
I don't know about that. I think it has more games than Xbox.
Really?
Yeah, I went on it the other day. It's got a lot more games than Xbox, but I don't think it's got as many new games as Xbox.
Ah, okay.
As in, you've got a lot of the indie games that are new end up on Game Pass, where they don't on PlayStation.
Okay, that's fair enough. Cool. Mad Racer fan, Forged in Fire, says, should Microsoft bring back the infamous rep system from the Xbox 360? Do you remember this?
Yeah, I remember that.
Well,
God, jeez, I forgot all about that.
Yeah.
Wasn't it something like certain percentage of players either have a favourable opinion of you or did not?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Or they thought you were a wanker.
I used to love that. You meet all the random dickheads in a COD 4 lobby. Right, their rep's going down.
Because didn't you have like 5 gold stars as well on your gamer profile as well
Yes.
back in the day that would obviously go up with your rep? Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I remember that now. Bloody hell, yes. That's crazy. God, good old days.
My rep went right down the pan when I started playing Gears of War 2 and got really high ranked.
Oh, the literal hatred that goes between like the top rank members of like certain communities is unreal.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Like a friend of mine used to be like top 10 in the world in Call of Duty 3 because it was like the only game he used to play, Call of Duty 3 ranked matches, and if any of the top 10 were in games together with each other, it used to be like the most vitriolic, hate-filled gaming that you've ever heard.
Oh,
like,
wow.
Just abuse. Because people be getting accused of like win trading and point swapping and stuff like
Ugh.
that.
It sounds fucking awful. Right.
And then people as well, players would also make, it would go that bad that players would make fake accounts like as that other player's name, but changing certain parts of the name.
Oh, fuck's sake.
And then log in on their profiles and then keep jumping in and out of the games until they're on the team of the person they dislike and just start spawn killing their entire team.
Oh, for God's sake. That's awful.
Like team killing each other.
Oh.
And that's where I don't play Call of Duty.
Oh, dear.
Someone apparently had a breakdown in one of the games.
I'm not surprised if people are acting like that.
Yeah, like no, an actual breakdown, like a physical breakdown,
Yeah.
where like their character was just stood not moving, but the actual player was crying and saying how the game had ruined his life.
Oh,
and
wow.
stuff in the game.
She's probably correct.
Okay, now.
Oh.
Right, on to
The good old days.
Yeah, on to
The good old days of
Yeah,
cyberbullying.
yeah. Oh, it's even worse now with
Hey!
Twitter, isn't it? But there we go. Facebook, Stephen Stokes asks how the new Xbox is. I think we answered that at the beginning of the show.
Yep.
Chris Wilkinson says, my girlfriend complains I game too much. And if I buy the new Xbox, it's over between us. So my question is, can you recommend a
new
game to
girlfriend.
purchase once I get one?
Something
Brilliant.
two-player that maybe she'll enjoy playing as well.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Just get a new girlfriend.
Maybe she just say, it's video games, mate.
Yeah.
So
It gets worse if you marry them.
Just tell them you'll buy them the new iPhone when it comes out.
Job done.
Don't listen to these guys. These guys are fucking terrible advice.
Or just buy it and just put it under the TV and wait until she notices a change.
Or she doesn't.
Or just put it behind the TV. She'll never notice it.
Yeah.
Is that the Series X? Didn't you have the 1X? Just well, no, it is the 1X. It just put on weight.
Yeah.
Or
It's the lockdown, isn't it?
Or just get her drunk every night so she goes to bed early. So,
Job done.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh my dear Lord, what am I listening to?
I hear a bit of our Hypno works wonders.
Oh no.
Next.
Right, Alan Cochrane says, will you be buying one of the external SSD drives for the Series X? I've managed to fill my internal drive on my new Xbox in 6 hours after buying it.
Wow.
Well,
it's easily
install all
done
the CODs.
if you transfer everything across. Each thing starts plumping up. I'm looking to get one, but I'm waiting for hopefully one bigger than 1 terabyte. I'm hoping they do like a 2 or a 3 at some point.
I think they're too expensive. I'm not paying half the price of a fucking console for another SSD. I think I can manage the space quite well.
Yeah, same.
You know, I can just... You know, it's quite easy just to delete the games you're not playing. You're not going to have that many multiplayer games on the go to fill the hard drive. It's just single player, so you can just... You know, when you want to... You just delete the games you stop playing and install the new ones. And you can have an external cheap spinny drive for the older games anyway. So, in my case, no. Hogarth has one, but he's a rich bastard. But there we go.
Yeah, they still haven't announced any compatible drives yet for the PS5, have they?
No, it's strange, isn't it? It really is that they've. See, this is where they've dropped the ball again, because Xbox are like, they thought ahead, right? You can buy this little card, stick it in the back, it's £200. You rich bastards can buy it if you want it. PlayStation are
I actually wonder
if
Sony are gonna maybe think about making their own hard drives, like they did with the memory cards. And because of COVID, there's like big shortages on being able to produce them. So maybe that's why they haven't announced any yet.
I mean, do you remember the Vita? It could only take the Sony bloody SD cards.
Yeah.
And they were so expensive, like over double the price of like other manufacturer ones. Crazy.
Yeah. I bought a
I
64
think I paid about.
gig.
I think I bought the 32 one for about 60 quid or something when it came out, and then I never even used half of the memory.
Wow.
Because I just bought physical games.
Yeah, I know you do. Yeah.
Same as I bought physical, but yeah, I had a 64. That was the one that actually no, I had what was the one that went corrupt? It was the 32 that went corrupt.
But did the console not even work unless you had a memory card?
No, the console worked, but it wouldn't recognise any other manufacturer's SD cards. But you could mod the Vita to accept
jailbreaking it.
Yeah.
The PSP was the same.
Yeah.
So the PSP was its own. I think you had to use. Were they Sony again, or could you?
I know that the guy that originally did all the jailbreaking for the PSP ended up going to work for Sony.
Wow, that's pretty awesome.
He did such a good job on obviously hacking through all that hardware and everything. They were like, "Look, come over here and we'll see what you can do," and gave him a job at the end of the day.
That's brilliant.
He was the one that was doing all the firmware.
Oh, cool. Okay.
I would love another PS Portable.
Oh, yeah, that would be awesome, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe one day. Nah, it's not going to happen, is it?
Never.
No, I don't think it'll happen now. No. VR's the next thing then.
Yeah. That is all the questions.
Nice.
Anything else you guys want to add?
Nope.
Twitch people, any questions before we end the stream?
Can I have my 2 hours back?
I want a refund on my time.
Oh. Okay, because there's no more questions. Okay, that's the end of this week's show then. 2 hours, dead on 2 hours.
Boom.
Ding dong. Ding dong. Well, thank you very much, guys, for coming on. It's been really fun chatting to you as always. And Stunty, I look forward to hearing about your Series X properly, because you've not really had a big chance to play it, have you? So
this will be the last time he's on the podcast, so
Exactly.
Cool. So for me, Mark Webb, Gamer Tag, Pissantly, Steam ID, Webby, 360G.
Alexa, play Christmas music. Said my dad.
Alexa, play.
You'll have to explain to me what this is all about, actually, to be honest. Did someone have, like, the game chat come out of their telly?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Clarky.
I made Clarky's Alexa play George Michael and Wham.
It's almost as bad as when people used to say Xbox off.
Oh, yeah.
Like when they connect.
The good old Connect days.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, off for the week, Sensei Switch.
Cool, so thank you very much. Don't forget to sign up to the Patreon, patreon.com/360gamercast. Twitter, you can find us at 360gamercast. Facebook, the same. Discord, the link for that is in the show notes. Now Stunty knows where to find the show notes. He can click that link himself. So
He's not going to do that.
He's already in the Discord. That was a funny conversation. So yeah, thank you very much, everybody. It's been awesome. We will see you next week for the normal week show. Goodbye.
Thieves might be back for that one.
Yeah, he will be.
Oh yeah, he doesn't like to do the Patreon shows, does he?
Yeah.
Turn of the Mac.
Cool, dudes. I'm actually back at work tomorrow. Oh, so I've just had 5 days off. They go too quick.
Yeah.
They do indeed.
Yeah, weekends go quick for me.
Yeah, they do. I'll say I got offered Monday to Friday,
It's alright.
and I turned it down because I like my days off too much. Just the thought of only
It
having
doesn't.
2 days off a week, it's just doesn't fly with me. So, yeah. I mean, I do long days, but the days off are worth it. So.
Sometimes working makes the days off worthwhile, though.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, we had a meeting this week. It was quite funny. It was a health and safety meeting, and we were all in WhatsApp while the meeting was going on.
as you do.
As you do. And then it was like someone asked the question, what was it? What's the worst thing in the world or something? Someone asked us, and all of us turned around all at the same time and went, work.
Brilliant.
Beautiful.
So, but, yeah, it was quite funny. There was a WhatsApp video that I sent you, wasn't there? The one where the woman does the song from Titanic?
Yes.
Oh my God! I added the video onto the WhatsApp group while we were in the meeting.
Yeah.
And someone played it but forgot to mute.
Oh no.
It's not a bad one though, is it? Let's be honest. It's not the usual standard.
Yeah, but what made me laugh is the person that played it started to wet himself, and sort of like, then I sniggered because I knew what you could just hear it in the background. then he muted himself.
Pipes, mate.
That's right. And then the next thing you know, one of the managers turned and said, "What's going on here?" And I just couldn't stop laughing. I had to put my camera off and mute myself.
Brilliant.
But there we go.
Cool. Well, I'm going to jump off because I need to.
Turn up as a cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to get ready for bed. Up early.
Yeah.
I've had no lines on these days. The kids have been getting me up. Obviously, Friday I was up early, snagging this fucking Xbox. So I was awake anyway. After all that excitement.
You were sweating, weren't you?
Oh, mate. I was just like, I saw the alert. I was like, right, fucking jump on my computer. And yeah, I was just like, all that adrenaline pumping through. I was wide awake after I got it. I was like, yes, I've actually got it. Woo!
Yeah, I was quite surprised actually that I just got one the way I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seemed a lot easier than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. So
August seems to be the place to be.
It does. Well, I've cancelled my Shop 2 order.
Yeah, have they accepted that?
Well, I cancelled it, so the Shop 2 are dicks. So when you
get your money back.
So when you cancel, because I had to pay for it up front, but then the money goes back into your Shop 2 account. Then you have to raise a ticket for them to then put the money back into your fucking bank account.
Yeah, and keep an eye on that, because I had a problem with Shop 2 a while back where I bought a PlayStation game. There was 2 of them. They only sent me one of the games. So I emailed them to say, why have you only sent me one of the games? They went, oh, we're out of stock of the other one. Oh, we should have processed you a refund. I'll process it for you. Right, okay. So they processed the refund. Nothing happened. So I had to then email them again and say to them a week later, what's happened to my refund?
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay, we'll get it sorted for you. Yeah, they just didn't do anything with it.
Fucking wankers.
Now, if I hadn't checked my credit card, that I would have just lost a tenner.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I mean, I'm quite lucky because I pay for everything on PayPal, so I've got that extra layer of protection there anyway, so I can just raise a dispute on PayPal and then.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, I can with credit cards, but it's just a case of you've got to keep an eye on checking it, haven't you?
Yeah, of course.
A bit different the amount of money that yours is compared to
of course, yeah.
But they've got 2 big Shop 2. I don't like Shop 2 anymore. I use Game Collection now.
Yeah, I mean, Shop 2 used to be the go-to. I used to buy everything from them, but now they're just dog shit. They really are.
I still use them every now and again, like pretty much for most of my stuff.
Okay. They're not cheap. They're not as cheap as they used to be either.
No. But you're right, Game
I have
Collection.
Noticed as well.
Yeah.
That I was looking today on some of their new releases and stuff, because obviously I was just scanning through to like their coming soon section.
Yeah.
I just clicked on the village, like the RE village thing, to see the additions they did. And there's a thing in the corner saying this product does not qualify for membership discount. And they've been doing that a lot on like new games, especially like PS5 games. You can't get discount on PS5 games. They're like almost... They're still cheaper than obviously if you buy them digitally, but you just don't get any extra like couple of quid off or anything. And I just used to think, but the whole point of your membership, kind of, you keep buying from you to keep your membership up to get the discount. But if you start doing away with the discounts, then you're going to probably watch people start ordering from elsewhere. Because if there's a game now where I'm possibly not going to be playing it on release day or beforehand, like I'm not too fussed about playing it on day and date, I'll usually generally get a base.
Yeah, base are really good. Yeah.
They sometimes sell them like almost a tenner cheaper at times.
Yeah, I mean that's the reason why I went. That's the reason why I went to Game Collection, because they did the system that Shop 2 used to do, which was the point system. Whereas every time you buy something, you get points, and it all adds up, and you can use it to. Hello.
Yeah, I'm listening. Yeah, I can hear you, mate. Yeah, I'm listening to you.
Right, but that's what the problem with Shop 2. See, Shop 2 used to do the point system, and then they changed to this. You had to buy so much to get the 10%.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I thought that was bollocks.
Yeah, that's shit. Load of shit.
No, my like Game Collection and go the same way, because that's the trouble when they get bigger and bigger. They start to lose
Well, I was chatting to my missus about my Shop 2 back order the other day, and we were just saying, have they fallen out with Microsoft or whoever they acquire their systems from? Because it felt like I had a back order for over 5 weeks, and you heard and had nothing. But every other retailer, every week or so, just seemed to get drips and drabs here and there of systems in.
I think they probably did, but they probably got such a massive amount of back orders on Shop 2, whereas like they're one of the only people that are actually doing it. I don't think Game have got that back order thing process, have they? So like they're just selling them as they get them, whereas I imagine Shop 2 are doing like when I got both of mine on release, it was because I pre-ordered them like way earlier.
Yeah.
So it was almost like they went through and it's like, this is the time you pre-ordered. Yeah, you're in the bracket to get one on release. You've been waiting longer. So they probably went along that thing. So you could have probably got one in another week or two. But yeah, it's just a shame they just kind of let you know you're currently X in the queue or whatever to get one.
Yeah, of course. It's just that communication is so shit. I mean, when I ordered it, it said 4 weeks. So already a week over anyway. It just pissed me off that they've been holding my money for that long and nothing.
I think major store retailers as well are going to get a slight preference over stock.
Yeah.
I reckon another month and you'll be able to find an Xbox quite easy, because I've noticed now they're starting to. We've had another, and I've noticed it on Facebook. The prices are starting to drop on them now. They're
Yeah.
not as high as they were.
They
They're
need to
about
cut
500
them
now.
scalper
515.
prices down.
Yeah.
Yes. Cut their fucking legs off as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. They'll be on to the next thing next, which is the Nintendo Switch Pro.
Bah, motherfuckers.
So, do you want to buy
I
one?
am
Dan?
probably
Do you
going to
wanna
pick
buy
one of them
Dan?
up if they come out.
Yeah, well, I'll be there as soon as. I mean, I'll be all over that. I'll be multiple browser windows, multiple options, and just
We like
basically
Raspberry for
on it.
you.
Yeah, I mean, as long as I know something's on sale like that, I mean, I can usually get ready. If it's like a drop of your hat stock alert or getting quick, where everyone's got bots set up or ready to go, I'm usually quite good. As I said, I'm usually quite good with gig tickets. So I'll be okay with that.
If they do the Switch Pro, the only thing they have to, like, people have to be slightly wary of is it going to end up like the 3D, the 3DS XL or whatever it was that they did? Because they did one, didn't they? That was a bit bigger, slightly more powerful, and only I think 2 or 3 games actually took advantage of the extra power, and then it kind of just died a death.
Yeah.
So it's
Well,
faded out.
that's the challenge, isn't it? I mean, I got a feeling we're gonna. It's gonna be. Well, it's gonna play everything, and you're probably gonna have a bit of extra oomph from first party titles, like stuff like Mario Kart will probably have a bit of sheen added to it. Breath of the Wild, I can see having a bit of sheen added to it and stuff like that. I mean, that's what they want to do, and anyone else, any third party, they want to have a go at it. But yeah.
I mean, that's probably where they're facing most pressure. It's not from their own games; it's from the third parties that are basically starting to say, "Look, your system isn't powerful enough for us to put our games on it."
Yeah. Yeah, it's true.
Right, I'm gonna go.
Cool, man.
Yep.
All right, guys. Yeah, I'll talk to you soon. I'm gonna go. I need to go to bed.
Okay.
Cheers.
Adios.
Catch you all
See
right,
ya.
guys.
No,
Take it easy.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.